Sassy fam, welcome to your intimate tarot reading, as promised, Valentine's Day themed. Yay! I had also promised initially to just outfit the whole scene, which I had done initially. It was a parade of red, white, pink, purple, because he said, you know what, I'm going to go full ham with it. Why not? Intimate Tarot is lining up with Valentine's Day this year. I said, let's do the whole thing. And so it was actually initially a lot more elaborate than this. But when I stood back and took a look at it, my, I guess you could say, Libra and Venus placement kicked in and said, it's a bit much. Aesthetically, objectively, it was a bit much. It was like Valentine's Day had vomited all over my reading area. And I said, we're going to scale it back just a little bit. So we went back to our original desk settings. And I said, I think we get it. We got the red outfit. We got the red cloth. We got the roses. Okay, we got it. But regardless, happy Valentine's Day to you all. And on that note, tomorrow being V-Day, you know, if you get to spend it with someone special, beautiful, enjoy it, live it up, love it up specifically. And for those of you, you know that feeling. Let's say you're not quite with someone. Let's say you're on your own. I've had many a Valentine's Day come and go where I was on my own. And I can honestly say those were some of the best Valentine's Day experiences I ever had. I honestly believe there is way too much pressure wrapped up into one day when love, in theory, should be able to express itself, I don't know, 364 other days out of the year. Don't let tomorrow be a pressure day. This above all to thine own self be true. And this above all, love thyself first. Okay? You will always be your best and biggest investment, so you treat you right. Take yours truly as an example. I can tell you as a matter of fact, I will be enjoying some fantastically delicious and overpriced sushi and champagne. I may or may not be in the company of someone special. But I do know this. I'm going to enjoy myself. To quote Miley Cyrus, I can buy myself flowers. And before I forget, I just want to address a technical glitch that came up on the last Sunday check-in. This happens with YouTube from time to time. I promise you, it is not me. It really isn't. If it's my fault, I will tell you. So guys, timestamps, description box, and comments, that is populated by me. I'm the one who does that. I'm the only one who has control over the timestamps. The chapters, the chapter titles that are listed by YouTube, sometimes they glitch. Not always, but they do. This is about the 4th time this has happened. So what does that mean? So I timestamp everybody. Leo, Sag, Aries. Once more, description box and comments. That's why I always say I got you, because I do. YouTube, however, not always. Sometimes they skip a chapter title, and that's populated on their end. Okay, I have nothing to do with it. So last Sunday, for some reason, the Pisces chapter title was missing. Pisces reading was there. For those of you who found the timestamp, because it's in the description box as well as the comments, you knew to click on it. But it was missing visually in the chapter title that runs right under the video feed or right with the video feed. It wasn't there. Like I said, I think that's about the 4th time that's happened, and it's frustrating because I get to take the hit or the complaints. I promise you I did my job. And if for any reason anybody's reading is missing, I would have told you well in advance via the YouTube community page or Facebook page, etc. That's just how I am. I try to inform everybody of what's going on, okay? But there you go. That's what happened last Sunday check-in. I just wanted to take a moment to address that. In the general sense, like I said, we're doing intimate tarot, like this reading type and all reading types. Take what resonates, leave what does not. Reverse those energies as you see fit. Now, that brings up a common question, though. Do I have to be with somebody in order to enjoy intimate tarot? No, it's the same with the general love readings. You don't have to be with somebody. I will see people in a variety of stages in their sexual energies and experiences. Stuff that's closing out, stuff that's opening up, and a whole bunch of stuff in between. And do keep in mind these are general collective readings, not one-to-one private, which is to say they may not resonate at all, right? Which is very, very frustrating, but also very normal. And if that happens, check your placements. You will find yourself in there somewhere. I think we covered the basics. I hope you all are happy and healthy and experiencing your life and your energies to their fullest. You guys, I will see you at your sign. Take care. Be well. Leo, welcome to your intimate tarot reading. We're going to start by clarifying your Ace of Wands. Yeah? A temperature check, if you will, of your current present-day passions. What's going on, please? Show me that, Leo. sexual energy. What's up for Leo, please? Seven of Pentacles. Okay. The Knights of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. You're kind of like, I'm all about work these days, you know. It sucks because people complain to me. It's always the love stuff. Yeah, that's the cards, guys. And then I'll see the work stuff and people are like, I want the love stuff. You know, you can't please everybody. You just can't. This is Intimate Tarot. This is really our chance to drive home the point of intimate energies. But you're like, that's not where I'm at right now. I see that. Some of you are actually very well preoccupied present day. And so you have converted then what we would call your intimate and or sexual energies into your everyday workaday life. Again, I know that's not the most thrilling, but it's either yours or it's not. You can either identify someone who has to stay on top of their pathway business all day, every day. Some of you have multiple jobs here with the Two of Pentacles and you're just on it all the time. Knight of Swords. It's your constant source, it seems, of preoccupation these days. It's on top of that pentacle, the communication, the action, the action. It's to and fro. It's quite busy. It's well established, don't get me wrong, with that Seven of Pentacles, which is to say, the Leo I'm looking at, you're used to this level of activity. Like, to say you're used to it is an understatement. But yeah, this is what we call an energetic conversion, where it's like we take our passion, our interest, our intrigue, our sense of hope and vitality, and some of our more, like I said, fiery elements, and we really reroute it into the stuff that is demanding the most of our time. Okay, and that's where you are. You're showing energy bursts to the stuff that's already kind of pre-existing on your everyday pathway, which again, it looks pretty busy, pretty preoccupying at this moment. Will it always be like this? Probably not. Is that where you are right now? Yeah, so you either identify with that or you don't. Let's put down your baseline and see if we can't focus that lens a little more into something, well, let's just call it fun, you know? Yeah, it's something. What's going on, please? But I tell you, honey, when people get the pentacles, I want that love stuff. That's not me. And then when I get nothing but the love stuff, where's the work stuff? You guys, seriously, the cards are the cards are the cards. So if at any point you really don't identify with this or you can't relate to that at all, no problem. Check your other placements. That's it. That's all there is to it. But we'll see. Let's focus a little more. Let's see if we can't dig out some of those more intimate energies, yes? What's up? What's going on? What's going on for Leo? I would say you're like a Leo who's like all work and no play, except again, you look so used to this activity. You really do. Two of Swords and the Six of Swords. Oh, I see. Okay. Queen of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, and the Two of Cups. Yeah. Ten of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords. Okay. Okay. Yeah, there was a sign me. There's a sign me because there's a sign you. And you say when it comes to the more private side of things, you're in a tricky space right now. Two of Swords, Six of Swords. You're showing me you're a little confused about whether or not you have, completely moved on from some sort of shore where you used to enjoy sexual energy with someone else. The Six of Swords here is not just about what you're leaving behind, but also what you're trying to transition into. And many of you are uncertain. You're showing me hesitancy about whether or not you have moved on completely from someone's energy, sexual, emotional, I don't know. But you're saying bare minimum. It's kind of like saying, I know I've moved on or I'm supposed to move on, but I struggle with it. And I don't know if I've completely let that situation go, which is honest. It's fair. A lot of people are so quick to bray, like donkeys. I've moved on. Until they hit something, a pocket or a trigger of the past, and no, they haven't. So you're showing me in all fairness that you understand you're supposed to leave this idea of someone's sexual energy behind. But it's kind of like, have I let it go? Am I ready for that? Can I acknowledge it? Is that true for me? So I can kind of see where then the preoccupation over here, it makes sense. When people are struggling with intimate connectivities, be it emotional, sexual, spiritual, so on and so forth, it is very, very common in order to sort things out, we ground ourselves. And that's all you're showing me then. That would explain. So not only is this pathway stuff that you're used to, you're really throwing yourself into it. And in many ways, it's helping ground you because it is, like I said, rerouting your sexual energy into something productive that you can understand and it works for you. Again, one of the many, many benefits of grounding ourselves. We can actually see and make sure the stuff in our life that works is supposed to be doing what it should be doing. So you're making your life work for you right now, and that's where your sexual energy is. Because over here, mentally, you still don't know, and you admit this, if you've completely moved on from something or someone else. Queen of Pentacles is the energy you share between yourself and someone else, and where are they? They're at a distance from you. I don't know that this is a temporary distance. It's kind of like you're saying to yourself privately, am I done leaving this behind, or am I ready to let this go? It can imply distance, but you're showing me kind of, I need to get into a space where I clearly understand I have let this go. We haven't fully mentally accepted it. That's fair, like I said. Over here, I see someone, 3 of Wands and the 2 of Cups. There's someone at a distance from you physically. You're showing me I need to let them go. There's someone at a physical distance from you that shows longing in their sexual energy and their heart space energy towards you. It is longing. And there's a hope yet for your energy to return. I don't quite know how much they're acknowledging it or they're not acknowledging it. I just see them, that their energy is stamped with a longing for you. And their heart space shows up, the 2 of Cups. And the 3 of Wands in sexual energy is exactly what it sounds like. It's a longing, but at a distance. I don't know if they're waiting on you to have completely made up your mind that you've left this behind. I don't know if they're waiting for you on a distant shore to return to them. I just see the longing in their sexual energy, but it's nothing egregious. It's not weighing on them like the devil or anything like that. It's actually kind of polite. It keeps its distance. They do emphasize kissing and their particular intimate structure. In other words, it's something that they value, is the intimate kiss, as we see in the 3 of Wands, which harkens back to that concept of longing to reunite and connect through the mouth. And then the 2 of Cups, they're very, very fond of you. They love you. Okay. So here we have this person's sense of intimacy attached to you is also their sense of heart. It is 2 of Cups, and from their point of view, they experience you as having similar feelings in some way. Queen of Pentacles, what you share in common. You both have a very strong appreciation for the earthly way of things. Physical contact for you both is a love language, which is normal. Okay, you're both lean into the tactile experience, what you can touch, taste, see, hear, smell, etc. Some people can have a mental focus, such as the King, Queen of Swords. These are the folks who have active imagination, and they can bring fantasy to life. And then we have the fire, which speaks for itself, and then people who are water-oriented. But you two are the Pentacle. You both have that in common. Very comfortable giving and taking behind closed doors without much use of words. It's more like, again, what you can experience through your senses, which can be very indulgent and very deep, and it's quite nice actually in intimate tarot to see that. And you two share that frequency, so I know that in part of you, have I left this behind? You think about that. And like, this is what we have in common. You know, we're both people who can appreciate sexuality through our senses, and we know how to indulge in each other, and we know what the other person likes. Down pat, you're like, am I ready to let that go? And that's one of the things that's in your mind, is because from your point of view, they're more or less compatible to you, I believe. Okay? And also, P.S., even if you two aren't the same in terms of that tactile experience, the Queen of Pentacles, bare minimum in tarot, suggests comfort. Bare minimum. So let's say your two sexual experiences were completely different. Let's say you didn't have any of that in common. You two were comfortable with each other, bare minimum. At some point on your timelines, you were comfortable. You were comfortable with each other, their process and yours, regardless if you were one of the tactile people or not. You were comfortable. And I don't know how you think about that. Comfort's a big deal for people. To be sexually comfortable with somebody, emotionally comfortable with somebody. That's a big thing, you know? And that's what's on your mind, and I can see that's why you kind of hesitate. Further out, 10 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Page of Swords. Well, you seem to have an inner circle, which is lovely. I'm always happy to see that for people because it suggests emotional support. I'm not saying family and friends are perfect. What I'm saying is it's nice to have a 10 of Cups in our corner, you know? While that is established and that is important to you, you have an eye, a casual eye, on a new beginning. Okay? I don't think you fully committed to it. Like I said, it's a casual eye, Page of Swords, Ace of Pentacles for a new beginning. Before that happens, you need to know that you have completely moved on from this. You're ready to let it go. Okay? With or without that comfort zone. With or without them. Are you lined up potentially for a brand new beginning? Yes. One that you can see in your life long term, 10 of Cups, because I can see that's important to you, the long term emotional value, because everybody needs to get along, right? So if you want a new beginning, you want it to be solid, you want it to be real, you want it to be legit. You would like a new comfort zone and something that fits into your kind of 10 of Cups value or way of life. So I can see that you have long term principles attached to you. You want longevity, you want commitment, you want a building structure that's solid. These are all good things. But I can also tell the reason that you hesitate is because part of your sexual energy, in appreciation for stability, likes comfort zone. So you got to ask yourself, are we hesitating over this because we're used to it? And that's why we're struggling to part ways with it? We've known it a long time. We connected to it a long time. I don't know what your two's relationship was. I can see that they're at a physical distance and you look like you're making strides and completing your mental distance from it, giving it up completely. But you got to ask yourself, why are you two separated? And is that sense of comfort zone worth it in either stopping you from creating a new beginning and therefore a new comfort zone? Or is it strong enough for you to reconnect with this and get it reestablished? Like I said, you are leaning towards a new beginning. I'm not telling you what to do. This is the I'm looking at. It's a little further out. Okay? Like always, tarot is the proof of choice, not the absence of it. But where you are, honey, I'm like you. You know, again, Ace of Wands, I wish people understood it's more than just passion. It's energy, it's vitality. You know, and in the absence of sharing it with someone, oh my gosh, we can be so productive. And that's where you are. And that's not a bad thing. But right there towards the end, you did tell me, in truth, you are thinking about a brand new beginning. You have a loose eye on it, but I don't see you committed to it yet. Not that particular process, not yet. And I understand. I don't want you to do anything until you know you're ready. Okay? Classic advice in chess. Don't move until you see it. Don't make a move until you see it and you know it's the right move for you. Okay? This person, as far as I can tell, is on standby. I would just say, given, and this is why I always advise people to not wait. Waiting is a choice. It will always be a choice. People think my feelings are justification for waiting. And it feels that way because it can be quite intense. But people can wait for years. And all that's left is a buildup of resentment and bitterness of the years having gone by. So this person choosing to wait for you to make up your mind or reconnect with them, that's their choice. Okay? So I'm just saying the sooner you know, they don't have to wait anymore, or they can allow themselves to move their hope onwards, you know, just to let you know. They seem fairly patient. 4 of Swords, yes, of course. 2 of Wands and the 10 of Swords. Yeah, I understand. That's exactly where you are. Thank you for the advice. It captures perfectly, I think, where the Leo is and what I'm looking at. 4 Swords, 2 of Wands, again, an energy conversion of your sexual energies into something positive. You're resting them right now, 4 Swords, so any sexual needs you have at this time is most likely done through self-pleasure, i.e. masturbation. Once more, this is intimate terror for those folks who just had a jolt. Yes. Yes. Hi, my name's Christina, in case you're new to the channel. We actually use real words here, or we try to. Okay, I admit sometimes I get tired. 4 Swords and the 2 of Wands and the 10 of Swords. Yeah. We're thinking but not have definitively concluded that the ending is correct for us. You understand that pain will be involved. That's another thing about committing to leaving this shore behind. You have to know that it's right for you. Okay? And are we going to defy our comfort zone and establish a new one for ourselves? Okay? Or are we going to go back to what we know? That's not an accusation. Don't take it as one. But you're not done with this. Okay? So again, don't move until you see it. And that's what this is. So you're resting your emotional energies, your sexual energies, because you understand you need the space, you're hurt, and the thing is, do we finalize this? That's all you really want to know. Okay? Because if you had, to be real with you, honey, if I had seen elements of fixing it, you would have shown me that. right? Right now is the biggest question for you is, am I done with this? Is this done for me in this chapter of my life? You know? Letting go, that's an engagement. So I don't quite know where you two are in your relationship. Engagement suggests it was serious, upwards to marriage. But learning to let this go, that's exactly where you are. So I'm going to drop the issue because there's not much point in pursuing it further. I can't see more until you know more, okay? I am going to go ahead and pull something here, not my favorite. Really pay attention to the red flags and reconciliation right there in the split. I can see that this person's longing for you to reconnect, to make the move, go to where they are. It's kind of a red flag. Only because it says something about somebody that they either really, really love us, that they're willing to wait, or it kind of feels like a trap. I'm holding you responsible for my happiness. So if we separate, it's on you. And that's what I saw in your advice cards. You feel the pressure of it. Okay. Passion, separation. The passion was unequal. So again, I'm going back to that sense of comfort zone here. So even if you two didn't have a deep appreciation for lovemaking at the physical level, not so much words, right? And not so much the intensity of fire and love, but a very strong physical reaction towards each other that was natural. What we have here then is that you two's passion weren't equal. Someone's always separated from their form of passion or self-expression, where it's quite natural to someone else. Someone else stopped being in tune with it and their partner's needs specifically, and it kind of became a matter of route or habit. Okay, comfort, like I said. Kind of a big difference there. No. We have the letters S, O, M, the medallion of Libra. Some of you might have some very strong Libra in your chart, could be connecting to, or their season might be important to. And the four-leaf clover, a touch of luck. Never hurt anybody. Leo, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Sag, welcome to your intimate tarot reading. What's going on for Saggy? We're going to start by clarifying your Ace of Wands and just kind of take a temperature check of your current present-day passions. See where they are. What's up? What's going on? Show me that Sagittarian sexual energy, please. What's going on for Saggy? What's up? Okay. Nine of Swords and the Empress. Three of Wands. There's some stress here around someone that's important to us. And right now it looks like we're currently at a distance, physical, otherwise. There is here in the sexual energy a longing for that person. And this is someone of some significance there with the Empress. That's either you or them. But I do feel like it's your energy reaching outwards towards them. Don't take that as an insult. It's not meant to be. I read what's here, not what isn't. There's a sense of worry. Nine of Swords. Overthinking maybe. About someone that we are deeply attracted to. Desire and long for, but again, they seem to be at a distance from us. Okay? But your sexual energy points to that person as being very important, kind of entering that realm of the one category. Whether or not you believe in the one, that's up to you. But the Empress in particular in Intimate Tarot enjoys a VIP status simply because she's exclusive and she very, very carefully chooses her suitors. Highly productive, loving, generous, this kind of thing. And your energy points towards them. Okay? Let's see what's going on. Now again, the stress could simply be because, right there on the split, Three of Wands once more, and you, that you two are at a distance. You know, and absence, yes, of course, can make the heart grow fonder. So too with the sexual energies, you know. In fact, it can often intensify them, you know. Let's put it down. Six of Cups, back up. There we go. Five of Wands, the Nine of Wands. Frustration, temperance, Five of Cups. Okay. So you both have been hurt and disappointed. I see. Nine of Cups, Justice, and the Star. Not all is yet told, my darling. Not all is yet told. Six of Cups, Five of Wands. Yeah, we're upset. You know. Again, once more, this is more or less your side, more or less their side, but reverse energies as you see fit. They did pull Temperance in and of their own right, so it could be connecting to fellow Sag, or they might have some very strong Sag in their chart, okay? Or they're reflecting on you. But no, I solidly feel that this is them. So Six of Cups, this is a soul bond. Now, whether or not you believe in that, that's fine. It's someone whom you share many, many memories with, and they're soft, okay? They're reminiscent, all right? And you and this person share a particular wavelength, not just emotionally, it's sexually too. It's largely felt, mostly unspoken. And the Five of Wands, you're frustrated. You're showing me sexual frustration when it comes to this person. There might have been a whiff of competition in terms of I want them to be just with me or just recognize me or just have sexual energy towards me. Okay? But for the most part right now, I'm defaulting to sexual frustration between yourself and this person. Perhaps it was never soothed, it was never eased, it was never connected. We'll see. You and this person share a Nine of Wands. I'm starting to suspect the Five of Wands is because your sexual energy with this person never fully connected. There's walls here. Temperance and the Five of Cups. This person is healing themselves emotionally as well as sexually, soothing their own particular sense of emotional and sexual energies towards themselves and towards you, how they feel about you. They're upset. They're upset. They're showing me the past just like you did. So Five of Cups and Six of Cups, they both denote memories of the past. And while you're showing me the connection, they're showing me the disappointment of it. The loss of it, the regret of it, and having to mourn it, to heal from it, learn from it too. Because Temperance is a learning element, but it takes time. So this person is showing passion, compassion, and healing elements towards themselves and towards this connection, specifically in reflection of you. All I can tell you is that they were deeply emotionally and somehow sexually attached to you. But there was a divider here between your two energies. It's like you were never able to properly collide in a way that was harmonious or allowed the tensions to ease between you two. And the Nine of Wands can do that. Okay? Here we have the representation, which I always think is interesting in the Nine of Wands in Intimate Tarot, is that one person says a lot, the other person says nothing at all. And thus it creates the wall of the barrier because it's a very strong case of miscommunication. Someone wants answers, the other one insists they have no answers to give. So everything remains unresolved. Nothing's really spoken that gets to the point or allows one person to really fully understand the other. Never mind the sexual energies to sort themselves out. There's a constant wall between your two's energies, despite how strongly attracted they are. Now again, just to be clear, this person, as far as I can tell, is currently separated from you, and they've turned within to look at themselves and heal themselves and their intimate energies towards you from the past. You're showing me present day, I'm still upset about this. Okay. Again, not an accusation, don't take it as one. It's kind of like they understand that they need to complete the process on their end of things. Okay. You're showing me a lot of that unresolved tension because it still lingers in you. Nine of Cups, Justice, the Star. Despite the oddity of what looks like, well, this is never going to work. This is never going to sort itself out. This story is not yet done being told. Not in its entirety, no. Nine of Cups, Justice, the Star. There's a strong sense of potential balance for you two. I can see where you probably wouldn't think that. We'll get some advice and see how this leads to that. I do know that in terms of wish fulfillment, you two are ideally matched. So the Nine of Cups here, another, or rather lesser representation of the Star. It's kind of like this, with Justice there, kind of gives me a sense of validity that in terms of the experience for each other, you two are highly well matched. And, well, I suppose you could say in summary it would be a mind-blowing experience for you both. I think you two, I know you two would know how to please each other. That in a way that most people wouldn't understand. We're deeply connected to this, and while their process is currently internal and separate from you, we have the potential here to realize the heights, I suppose you will, of ecstasy in each other's arms. That's a little further out. Let's get some advice on that. I'm terribly curious how it goes from currently we're disconnected, we're separated, I'm over here stewing in these energies that are unresolved. They're over here trying to resolve what they experienced with you. And in between, we got present, current day blocking, sexually and otherwise. So I would love to know naturally how we get to that Nine of Cups, Justice, and the Star. When do these two folks balance out like that? When do they ease each other's passions and dreams and hopes and desires, so on and so forth? This we would love to know. Inquiring minds would love to know. How do we get there, dear Spirit? How do we get there? Let's get some advice, please. How do we get to that gorgeous Nine of Cups, Justice, and the Star? You two are each other's wish fulfillment, fantasy fulfillment. Goodness me, that's a lot of soothing of energies. The releasing of waters. I'll give you a close-up of that so you know what I mean. The releasing of the waters, as I said, on both sides. Ace of Swords, Ten of Wands, the Knight of Swords. Ten of Wands in Intimate Tarot. For some of you who are new, just to be perfectly clear with you, is the act of first penetration. And that's where the sense of burden or hardship is coming from. It is yet to be requited in that respect. So I did see, like I said, a lot of unresolved sexual tension. You feel it, they did too. That's why they're trying to soothe themselves. But more than that, it's the emotional bond in there too. Knight of Swords, Ace of Swords. This is the kind of direct assessment I was referring to with that Nine of Wands, where one person wants answers, then the person insists they have none to give. Here we have the direct implication of communication and action. To talk about it. And how it took a toll on both sides. Why it wouldn't come together naturally, I don't know. But in that, and openly addressing this and allowing it room to breathe, giving life to the ideas, the communication, using words. It allows those walls to come down and the tensions to ease considerably. But yes, more often than not, it goes back to very generic advice I give all the time. Whatever it is we want to achieve, let's do the opposite of what we did last time, and that usually does the trick. So what was denied, walled up, or fortified, we want to do the opposite of that. Direct communication and action. I'm not saying you two have to merge bodies. What I'm saying is that we can start with addressing it openly, honestly. And I would dare say with a dash of boldness, the Ten of Swords, I understand, and Queen of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. Yeah. Somebody here is marked with that sense of open conversation, honest, perhaps cutting honesty, associated with the ending, but I promise you their heart is soft. Knight of Cups. Somebody here is known for their kind of cutting communication, in which case, match energies, like for like, you know? But they still have a soft heart when it comes to you. Very much so. Quite expressive. Either with a sword or with a cup, they tend to be quite expressive and honest. So I would say match energies. Whoever spoke up the least needs to speak more. If it comes across as very honest or perhaps very direct, I think we know this person can handle it. Or you can. Okay. I would still love to know. I mean, it looks so beautiful and so open, so exploratory. It's almost like At Last. It's like Etta James, At Last. The energy is so smooth and they're intertwining and it's gorgeous. Sexual energies, the spiritual energies are intertwining. And it's everything. It's everything, darling. It's everything you thought it would be. It was everything they thought it would be. And then you're putting your two. It's everything we had hoped it would be together. And it's so balanced. It's ridiculous. Like the peace that flows between you two. It's true love. I suppose that's well summarized, isn't it? True love. I believe so. True love. It's the romance of a lifetime. Okay? And sometimes what is our truest truth, we tend to block the most. Why? Because we're not ready for it. We're scared. We're insecure. We have a lot of walls that were built up that we were never able to knock down. Express your love. Again, once more, we want to do the opposite of what was done in the past, and that was anti-truth, anti-openness. We want to do the opposite now. It will lead to this particular path. That's all I can tell you. Let's go ahead and pull some of these. But yes, that's absolutely gorgeous, darling. That is absolutely gorgeous. Romanticism is there. Number 33. Desire as well, of course. And waiting. So much waiting, yet so much desire. So much waiting, so much desire. So much of this was stretched out. Strong feelings stretched out over time is going to build frustration and resentment and the inability sometimes to talk about it, because at what point you're kind of left with, I don't know what to say. It's never been fully discussed, and you and I had a way of avoiding this particular subject. So at the same time, we were creating those walls repeatedly with this person over and over again. The more it was left unaddressed, you know? A good thing about walls, they can be built up, they can be knocked down. Usually it's much easier to take them down. We have the letters W, T, L, V, 2 W's. We have the coffee bean. Some of you love your coffee, or you have natural energy spikes, particularly in passion when it comes to this person. The infinity loop, the soul connection. Yes, I see that. And the Pegasus with upright, the one with the wings. Yeah, we get to choose to fly. We have we have the ability to choose to fly for ourselves and take action and move in a particular direction of swiftness and of our own choosing. Saggy, honey, I hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aries, welcome to your Intimate Tarot reading. We're going to start by clarifying your Ace of Wands. Just kind of taking a temperature check, if you will, of your current, present-day passions, yeah? What's going on for Aries? Show me, Aries. What's up for Aries? Yeah, the Lovers. 3 of Wands. Yeah, 7 of Wands. Okay. The sexual energy is a little rough here. The Lovers is here. Already strong connection. And I know you feel it in terms of the intimacy, right? The sexual charge, if you will. Very strong with the Lovers connection. Ace of Wands typically is. 3 of Wands and the 7 of Wands. Well, you're showing me I got to block that sensation of hoping, longing, and waiting for that connection. Sexually and otherwise. You're like, I got to block that impulse. I understand. And for some of you, it's going to feel like an impulse. I can't desire that. I shouldn't be showing sexual energy towards it. I shouldn't be trying to draw it towards me. And also, I shouldn't be allowing myself to sit here and hope and wait for it. Okay? You're like, don't feel that connection. Don't feel the energy. Don't feel the energy. Don't sit there and wait for it. Don't sit there and wait for it. So you're showing me active participation in trying to block, I said, that impulse that you're feeling to wait for a strong connection, okay? And that's because part of your sexual energy is still calling to them, and part of you is recognizing the fact that you're hoping that they will appear in your life, okay? And you're like, stop doing that, stop doing that, stop expecting them to show up, stop trying to hope for them and pull them in. So that's a lot of Wand here, so I can tell that this connection absolutely fires you up, you know, on the passion cylinders, for sure. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. But you also feel compelled, like I said, to don't hope for it, don't wait for it. Don't hope for it, don't wait. And this is kind of something that you are telling yourself, at least energetically. It may not be at the forefront of your mind, but given the way you're trying to suppress the signal tells me that you're being an active participant. So let's take a look and see why, okay? I'm not saying you don't have reason to. I just know it's very strong. Right, and it calls to you still. Let's take a look at this. What's going on, please, for Aries? What's going on, please? Show me, Aries. Page of Cups and the 9 of Cups. Okay. 2 of Swords, the 3 of Pentacles, and the 2 of Pentacles. Okay. King of Cups. Ten of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. Okay. I mean, again, guys, I don't want you to take this as an accusation. I understand why you're showing me what you're showing me. Okay. And you're working through it. All right. The sexual signal that you get between yourself and this person, how you experience it, is quite strong. You feel it emotionally too. So here we have the Page of Cups and the Nine of Cups. It doesn't seem like a lot, but in some way, what you feel towards this represents wish fulfillment, emotionally and sexually. And that's why you still feel connected to it. You have this sense of desire in it. You have this sense of hope in it. And you honestly feel in some way that this connection, we'll say it's sexual for now. It's hard for me to believe that because there's water in here. But you honestly feel it's a good representation of what you think self-desire is. This is a good representation of what I desire. And I would like it for me. You know, this is my wish fulfillment. I know this would be good for me. This would be a good experience emotionally or sexually. Okay. And while you, bless you, you're trying to keep that heart space small, you feel what you feel. Okay. So this connection still calls to you. It doesn't look like it's right there in front of you. We got the Two of Swords. You got some confusion here in between you and this person. Do they feel the same way? For now, I'm going to say no, and I'll tell you why. Three of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. It's like saying, I don't know what to make of this friend. And that's hard. That's a harsh thing. You don't know how they feel anymore. Well, if you ever really did, Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, you know, honey, it might be one of those strong connections, but if someone's, you know, choosing to interpret it as, this is kind of confusing to me and I don't know what to do with it, then it's best to leave it alone. And I think that's why you're showing me, it's kind of like, duh, right? That's why you're trying to block the signal. You know what they can give to the situation wouldn't be much. Or they're not able to give themselves to this physically. There's too much of a sense of, I don't know. I don't know what we are. I guess we're friends, but I don't know how that's supposed to translate to my sexual energy. It confuses me. I don't know what to do. I've never known what to do. There's something here, but I don't know necessarily what it is and how I can act on it or how I'm allowed to act on it or how I can proceed. So you're showing me confusion. They're showing me I don't know what to do with you or some kind of thing, but I don't know what to do with you. And that's not how we want to feel in our intimate connections, right? You're saying you know what you would do. You know what you would do. And you would love to be given the chance to try it, to express it. But again, things like this where there's confusion, mixed signals, they always mean no. So once more, this is not a coincidence. What you're doing, I agree with you. That sense of, let's block that signal, dampen the signal, right? Let's not call to the lover. Let's not expect the lover. Let's try not to feel things for the lover. I agree with you. I don't disagree with you. You don't want anyone making you feel like you're kind of a friend they don't know what to do with or how to deal with. You know, that's one of the things. Let me tell you something about what it is I experience daily in the comments. It's like I'm dealing with, then they're not yours. If you're in a position of dealing with anything or anybody, if anybody makes you feel like they're having to deal with you, I don't know how to sort you. I don't know what bin to put you under. I don't know how much time, energy, and effort to give you. I feel like I'm supposed to do something, but I don't know what. Let's try to get together, but not really. Let's try to show some cooperation, but not really. Don't commit me to anything. Don't ask me to label. Don't ask me to define. You have an answer. That person's dealing with you. So you got to ask yourself, do you want to be dealt with? Because all I get from this person is that they have this confusing habit of dealing with you and never landing on clear results about what the hell that means. And you're confused. It's like, if they didn't feel anything from me, why do they even try? Who knows? A half-hearted concept of obligation. Again, do you want to feel like someone's obligation? I'll squeeze you in, whatever the hell that means. And I know you keep coming up against that wall. Why do they even try then? Because they feel something. It is the lover's connection, but not enough to accept it. not enough to put themselves into it. Maybe they got a broken signal compared to you. Yours is probably much stronger to receive it. Theirs is more about time, energy, and effort and what they don't have. And when it comes to you, it's like, again, if I can't spare Aries that, then I guess this is what I can spare. And again, do you want anybody's spare change on time, energy, and effort? It sucks. Again, once you understand, right, you're being dealt with. It's almost like I'm giving you some time out of courtesy. It's best to withdraw. Okay. King, you know this. King of Cups, Ten of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, you've been hurt. You've been hurt in the heart. I say that. You have a big heart on you. You do have a big heart. And it hurts. Ten of Swords, Four of Pentacles. You're working through it. It's just not easy for you to let go. Hence, once more, you're opening. So I'm not trying to give you shit, and I don't want you to think I am. That's not why I'm here. I'm saying what you're going through is normal, and it's natural. You keep on. Just don't deny that the signal's there, because that's going to take us back to square one. We don't want that. So I understand what you're doing. I want you to keep at it, keep that wall up, and reinforce it. I don't mean anything to them. I don't mean anything to them. It's just sexual attraction. It's just attraction. It's just, and it probably is. At least from their point of view, because I can see why you're confused. They technically try to give you something, which in part suggests admission that they feel something, but not enough to clarify it or do anything about it or step into this or give more to it. Again, mixed signals are going to mean no. And, you know, I think that waiting element, the fact that you're blocking it now and trying to block that sense of waiting and hope tells me you've done the opposite before. And that's how you got emotionally attached to this. We spent too much time encouraging the signal or hoping for it or hoping for evidence of it and waiting for it, that at some point you had to learn to stop doing that. And that's all I see you doing is enforcing your will, all right? And I don't want your heart, your lovely heart, hurt any more than it already has, okay? I want you to eventually be in a position where you can let this go and you no longer feel defensive around this person or their topic. And then, you know, as soon as you're made to feel like you're an inconvenience or you're on someone else's dime all the time, you know, when it's convenient for them, we can avoid this in future. It's pretty easy. Someone either puts in the time, energy, and effort and doesn't make you feel like they're having to fit you in, or they don't. You know? Then we don't. But I want you to understand that what you're feeling is normal, it's natural, and you're learning little by little to let this go. The emotional signal, the sexual signal. I can tell that when you make love from the heart. Okay? I can tell. You're not just a fiery ram all the time, although I'm sure those elements exist in you too. But no, you are an emotional lover. That means when you have sex, you take it with you to your heart space, you know? You don't just do randoms. You don't just have one-nighters and you don't just go around because you can. If you wanted to, I'm sure you could. The point is that you take your sex to a place of love. And maybe that's why they couldn't bother, honey. You know, maybe that's why they couldn't bother. That's not how they operate. Maybe for them it's about what they could get when they could get it, and it doesn't seem like it was much. Okay? I'm not trying to be a bitch. I'm really not. I just want you to reinforce what you've been doing. Because you're not wrong. You're not wrong to actively try to block the signal if all you was getting from this was a bunch of confusing bullshit about when I can next see you and why that may not happen. Not to find a point on it. Okay. Let's get some advice, please, for Aries. The Six of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, and the Four of Swords. There's a healing element in here for you, which is beautiful. There's someone here in your 3D you can balance with and help talk this through. I want you to connect with that person. It's really straightforward. Six of Pentacles, Six of Cups, and the Four of Swords. Within your intimate circle, or your inner circle, I should say. That way we don't confuse the two. Within your inner circle, someone whom you know and you know a long time and you know them dearly. I want you to connect with that person, or rather continue to connect with them, because they help sort out your thoughts. They're kind of your living witness to what's been going on. And they're very soothing. They have a very soothing effect. Don't get me wrong. I think you're doing a brilliant job just on your own. Okay? But I want you to share this with someone whom you can trust. You already know who this is. You two go way back. And your balance is actually fair. It's actually even. Okay? So whomever this is, I want you to connect with them. In fact, connect with them perhaps more often if you can. Because they give you a lot to think about. They give you a lot to rest and reflect on. And they're probably over there in your corner telling you, yeah, Aries, honey, this is no good. This is garbage. You know, you're picking up somebody's scraps of sexuality and maybe not much else. Okay? I don't want to see this stuff for you guys. Honestly, Aries, honey, I adore your collective. I adore your energy. I don't want to see this stuff for you. I don't. And I don't get to have say. I really don't. The cards are the cards are the cards. But I understand what you're going through. I just don't want you to continue to go through it. Remember, you do have a big heart. That means it can hurt deeply. All right? A strong sense of fulfillment, waiting for fulfillment, number 35. Enough said. I'm disinclined. 35, always waiting for fulfillment. Or a sense of discovery here, you know. Oh, it's raining hard now. Past lives. Perhaps you knew each other in a past life and you picked up on that particular old signal, but it's broken down, it's worn down. But perhaps you knew this person once upon a time in a different life, you know, and you can still get the remnants of that signal. Whether or not you believe in that, that's fine. It could be someone who simply represents the past, and you two shared a flame once upon a time, and maybe you thought it could reignite. I don't know. I just know that when you felt it for a long time, much longer than they did, much more strongly than they did. But, honey, it's not that you had broken radar. It's most likely that they did. I mean, you did your best to honor the signal and heed the call, and that's all any of us can do. So now it's your time to part ways with this and give yourself permission to part ways with this intimately. That means sexually, not trying to pull this in anymore or long for it. And that means also clearing up your heart space too, because it looks like they're one and the same for you. Speaking of which, you might have Scorpio in your chart for that very reason. Letter L, we have the Pegasus with wings. That's right. You have the freedom to take flight. You have the freedom to choose. You have the freedom to take action. You have the freedom to move. Okay? Remember that. Unicorn in reverse. This is not special. This is not magical. Again, I'm telling you something that you are arriving to that particular conclusion. Nothing about a 3 and 2 of Pentacles and intimate energies is magical. Okay? This one's not the end-all be-all. This is not magic. This is a boring sort of Tuesday with someone who doesn't understand that they're participating. You know? This person's checked out from the process. Aquarius in reverse, the keyword here being friendly. Some of you have some very strong Aquarius in your chart, or again, they're trying to keep it so-called friendly. Again, an owl, some more Aquarian energy here. It doesn't have to be, but just FYI. A symbol of intelligence and being wise and knowing better. Yeah? Aries, honey, I do hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aquarius, welcome to your intimate tarot reading. We're going to start by clarifying your Ace of Wands and just get an idea of where your current passions are. Oh, and of course, yes, more or less, almost last round for happy birthdays. Oh my goodness. Yes, happy birthday once more to Aquarius. I think we enter Pisces season the 18th or so. What's up? What's going on? Show me the Ace of Wands, please, for Aquarius. King of Swords, 2 of Swords, and the 3 of Wands. You're trying to acknowledge the fact that, again, not an accusation, so don't take it as one, but you're trying to acknowledge that you feel like your sexual energy is in limbo or that it's waiting and it confuses you to a sword. You're like, I don't know why. I don't know why I feel like my sexual energy is waiting and hoping. I know better than that. King of Swords suggests you know better. And the King of Swords is always going to be able to just kind of eradicate a Two of Swords. It should be a non-issue. Thing is, you don't know why. Why did it feel like my sexual energy is in a place of longing and desire? What am I waiting for exactly? What am I hoping for? Help me understand. So you're looking at yourself. Help me understand. What is it I'm desiring here? What is it I'm longing for? What is it I'm trying to reach out towards? Why do I feel compelled to wait or sit on my sexual energy? No pun intended. What's going on, please? I don't know. Let's take a look. What's going on for Aquarius? What's going on, please, for Aquarius? Six of Wands and the Four of Swords. Okay. Ace of Cups. Ah, Six of Swords and the Four of Wands. I see. Okay. Okay. Seven of Cups. The Emperor, the Three of Wands. Oh, God, you're a romantic. You're a romantic. It's almost like you're going out of your way to not acknowledge the fact that you're romantic, and that would explain a lot of it right there. Yes, you're intellectual. Yes, you're very smart. Yes, you're saying you rely on logic and reasoning and rationality to guide you, Aquarius. So I respect the fact that you're hanging back and looking. Why is my sexual energy longing? What am I waiting for exactly? And so you think about it. And it's because underneath it all, honey, you're romantic. I just don't know that you're aware of it. It's pretty straightforward. Six of Wands, Four of Swords. So for those of you who are sensitive, this is where I like to remind folks that we are here to read sexual energy today. Now, you have natural feelings of sexual attraction and appeal, but you turn it inwards to the Four of Swords. Okay? And by that I mean masturbation. And it is a form of sexual healing, so I'm glad that you know how to meet your needs. Okay? I strongly recommend it. It's one thing to be addicted to it. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about normal, natural, healthy masturbation. But you actually have quite a strong spike of natural sexual appeal. You would like to see it recognized. Six of Wands. So you feel it, but you take it inwards. I don't see you expressing it outward. So that would kind of explain to me right away why you have urges, okay? Why you have sexual urges. And it's normal, it's natural, it's healthy. But you find yourself, it's reaching outside of you because you want to explore it, because you want to feel it, because you want it satisfied. But then you pull it back inwards. It's like, no, I'm fine. You know, I can see it to my own needs for now. But you are reaching outwards. It's just, why does this surprise you? That's why I'm curious. Because as far as I can tell, you were lined up for a new beginning in love. Okay? Something here is clearly exiting, or it's no longer expressing itself to you sexually, or it has left the shore. So I don't know why this longing is coming in as a surprise to you. Perhaps it's happening faster than you had anticipated. Is that what that is? We'll get to that. Over here, Six of Swords, Four of Wands. There's some sort of relationship here where someone has distinctly withdrawn their sexual energy. I hope it was peaceful. Six of Swords, it's not just about what we're moving on from, but what we're moving towards. And I can see that they're moving their sexual energy forward and away from you. Like I said, you're in a position, and don't let that offend you, the Aquarius I'm looking at. You already know this. You know this. You were already subject to this person's energetic withdrawal, sexually, emotionally, spiritually. It's been ebbing away from you for a long time. This is not a surprise to you. And like I said, you're primed for a new beginning in love, and technically so are they, but I'm not focusing on them or they, I'm focusing on you. You want to be in love. You do, which is cool. It's one of the reasons why I read intimate tarot, is to show that some people, their sexual energy is tied to their feelings, and for other people it isn't. It's fine, just so long as we know. We just need to know how we're operating in this world, right? The more we know about ourselves, so much the better. And you know that you want to be in love, which is beautiful. But you have some really strong sexual urges. That's like, hey, I want to connect with someone physically, and I want to kind of connect with them physically now. Where is that coming from? What do you mean, where's that coming from? You're just feeling it. It's one of the first signs of what I call waking up. When something exits or just withdraws or it's over, we go through a mourning period. We go through an acceptance period. You're past all that. I'm not saying any of that for you, okay? This is something that has been pulling away from you for a long time. This is not a surprise to you. No, what you're showing me is that you're waking up. You're starting to feel the beginning stirrings, if you will, of urges and impulses. That's how I know you're waking up. I don't know why it surprises you, though. Intellectually, you're not expecting it from yourself. You're over there examining this. Why is this? What do you mean, why is this? You're waking up. It's like you're going through an early spring, honey. That's probably the best way to put it. Your sexual energy is going through an early spring. You're budding sooner rather than you expected. There, did I answer your questions? That's it. You're just waking up sooner than you expected. But what I like, though, is that you're heart-oriented. You want to be in love. You do. So I do see you. And like I said, you're sweet. You're sweetly kind of old-fashioned. I'm not trying to make you feel embarrassed. It's just, it's gorgeous. I love that. I love that. You want to be in love. And so it's kind of like you're saving your sexual energy for a rainy day. Well, I got news for you. Where I'm at, it actually is a rainy day. Like full-on raining all day. I don't know. I think it's time to cash your points, honey. You wanna wake up. So allow yourself to wake up. I'm not saying you have to be in love tomorrow. I would never advise that. That's horrible advice. Who the hell says that? Go pursue love. I'm just saying allow yourself to be open to it. Your wake-up signal, your pulse, your sexual pulse is kind of pulling you in that direction. And your heart is kind of too. It wants to be full again. Okay? We kind of want to spend our sexual energy and fill up our tank in the heart at the same time. So I can tell that your sex and your heart are together. And guess what, honey? In for you in future, it's how you're old-fashioned. It's sweet. You're romantic. You get the stirrings, and it's so beautiful. But it's, I guess you honestly just didn't expect it this soon, for you to feel it this soon. I don't know why. What, you think you had a timeline? When you were going to open up again? Maybe you did. I don't know. But it's sweet. 7 of Cups, the Emperor, and 3 of Wands. You are such a romantic. You really are. You long for a kiss. Let me make that clear. You really like that. That's one of the things that turns you on for the Aquarius I'm looking at. So not only do you want to save your sexual energy for more of a love experience as opposed to a surface level connection, rapid connection, you know what I'm talking about. Anybody can have one of those. And if that's where you are, then that's where you are. No judgment. What I'm saying is it's just not your gig, man. That's just not your gig. It's not your thing. It's not your jam. You know, one-nighters are easy. That's not what you want. If that's how you wanted to satisfy yourself, you could have, and you would have by now. But again, you took that internally and you saw to your own needs, and you still do. But not forever. No. Not you, darling. Not the romantic over here. Some of you have some very interesting areas in your chart, but it's something that you take pride on, is that you feel empowered by your sexual energy when you think about opening up to someone else, and it makes you feel good and strong. So you like the idea of sharing too. No walls here. No walls, no bullshit, no pretense, no blustering about, I'm not going to walls. No. In fact, the more you open up to the idea, I just see you waking up more. I love it. I mean, you're not... The only thing I see you doing is questioning that. It's like, this is happening sooner than I expected. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Let's think about that for a while. But after that, no walls, no 7s, no 9s, no blocking, no blustering, no being pissed off at your own readiness. A lot of people get mad at their own readiness. I don't want to move forward. I want to stay stuck here in the past and reminisce and ruminate on what didn't work out. I see that shit all day, every day. So maybe trust your internal clock that's telling you, it's time. It's time. It's time for you. You look great. You look like you're ready to have a soft, exploratory adventure. It's not like rushing out the door. No, it's just right. It's beautiful. The temperature on this one's just right. 7 of Cups, 3 of Wands. Again, you have such a strong appreciation for kissing. You like to be held, or you like to hold your person. You have that idea in you, but you have such a strong fantasy. Not just strong fantasy, but the idea of the softness makes you feel so strong, you know. You have a very strong internal drive that's linked to romanticism, idealism, maybe a little bit of fantasy, and that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. You do appreciate taking your time, which is good. But yeah, I see you opening up in future, and it kind of stokes your anticipation. and it brings out some beautiful qualities in you, like I said. So I don't have much advice here today, except you keep on keeping on and trust what you're feeling. Like I said, your own particular internal clock is opening up and saying, hey, you know what? Spring might be later for others, but for us, it's happening right now, Aquarius. And I like it. It's beautiful. I love it. I really do. It's very sweet. And I know that you know how to please yourself. Are you attracted? Well, that was a stupid question. I was going to say, are you attracted to the color red? But it is popping pretty hard on these colors. Anyway. Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups. Yeah, that's really straightforward advice. Oh, you're so sweet. Oh, you're so sweet. You want your sex to have value, and you rather invest in the emotional process first, which is what I see you doing. So Page of Pentacles to the Knight of Cups. Start with simple steps. Express yourself. You're so sweet. I like that. A little vulnerability, honey. Very sexy. Very, very misunderstood vulnerability is. Most people see it as a fearful thing. I'd rather die than let someone know who I really am and what I'm really about. And for others, it's the natural bonding process because you trust it, you know. And so vulnerability can be very, very sexy. Let me tell you, you know, I just wanted you to know I was thinking about you, and I not like in a weird way, but I just wanted you to know I think about you. And, you know, I feel like maybe we could connect sometime. What do you think? Very sexy. I like that. And that's the Aquarius I'm looking at. I like that. I like it a lot. Very simple, clean, old-fashioned, but this kind of old-fashioned that is knowing of oneself. You know, that is knowing of oneself. And I feel like that's becoming an increasingly lost trait in today's modern society. Yeah, I'm telling the latest quiz, or I'm taking the latest quiz to tell me what I want and what I should do, instead of maybe figuring that out for yourself. You're like, no, I know me, and I love that. Awareness, that's what I'm saying. That's some really good awareness that you have right there. You know a lot about yourself. Awareness number 16, and we also have the symbol of Scorpio. But yeah, that's beautiful. Let's pull some of these. Codependency issues. There might have been some codependency issues you experienced in the past, and you said never again, or I'm going to be more conscientious of it next time. That might be the kind of expectations I'm seeing on you about when you thought you would be opening up, and there's something there. There's something there about what it is that exited from your life, and false sense dependencies in some people, including their sexual energies or lack thereof, you know. Stay optimistic about your love life. You'll be going through a honeymoon phase, the sweetness of it. Yeah, I see that. I see that. I would like to see a little bit more who it is and what they're about. I just know that it pulls some really beautiful, fantastical, soft, and even idealistic energies from you, emotionally as well as sexually. But honestly, you really tend to savor anticipation. You're not in a rush to jump into bed with somebody. You want more of the emotional development this time. This time. I don't know where you came from, or rather what left the situation, or you left the situation. It wasn't as... It didn't bring out the softness in you or appeal to the softness in you after so long. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. Perhaps stop being vulnerable and trusting. I don't quite know. The letters D and J. The mask is off. No wearing masks here. And we have the butterfly, time of transformation. There you go. Aquarius, honey, I hope this helped you. Good job. I like your energy. I like your sexual energy and your emotional energy. I like who you are as a person. You have some beautiful elements in here. Good luck to you. Take care. Be well. Gemini, welcome to your intimate tarot reading. We're going to start by clarifying your Ace of Wands, just getting a temperature check of your current passions, yeah? Show me Gemini and that Ace of Wands, please. What's going on, please, for Gemini? The Eight of Wands, Page of Wands, Four of Cups. We talking. Your sexual energy is expressing itself, but it's done so from a point of view of upset. Four of Cups. Okay. So I can tell that you're kind of impassioned about a particular subject, but you are trying to work through it between yourself and someone else. So the Four of Cups is here. We have emotional imbalances, differences, and sexual indifferences between yourself and someone else. But again, the lines of communication are currently open and activated. Eight of Wands, Page of Wands. If you haven't started this process with someone, you will soon. That's all I can tell you. The Wands have a tendency to be more upfront in the energies. Four Cups suggests we have reason to be upset. We are, again, either off page, emotionally or sexually with somebody, possibly both. Okay? But that's where you're... So that is still technically positive fire. It's just where it's coming from is a place of upset and hurt. So like I said, I can tell that you are impassioned about this one. Okay? It's important to you. So you're trying to express yourself. You're trying to keep your energy open, not closed off, right? In other words, you're trying to show me resolution here. You're working through something with somebody somewhere. All right? What's up? What's going on? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. What's going on, please? Show me that. Otherwise, the Empress, Three of Pentacles, for some of you, is someone of importance that we're trying to work things out with. Three of Pentacles, it's not friendship here. Trying to work things out with somebody. Okay. It happens, yeah. I know. What's going on? Six of Cups and the Ten of Cups. Oh, the Sun. Yeah. Eight of Wands. There's the talking. Okay. And now we have the Hierophant. Okay. So we've launched into full-on commitment at this point. All right, Seven of Swords, the Six of Wands, and Temperance. Okay, so we are having a realistic dialogue with someone who is important to us. I am seeing high levels of relationship status, so this one's either yours or it's not. And by that I mean the Ten of Cups is here, the Hierophant, and then the conversation is active, 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 like now, now, now. So this is present. This is not something that's far away. This isn't, you know, an ex we haven't talked to in 5 years. This is happening now. So Ten of Cups, Six of Cups. Wow, you are very emotionally invested. Okay, you made that very, very clear. You're saying your inner circle is everything to you. And that you have a love within that that is much more closer to home. Six of Cups. You're saying whomever it is you share your inner world with is directly connected to you. You've known each other a long time. Even if you don't believe in soul bonds or soul ties, the point is you two go way back and you have many a memory with them. That is a unique exchange between you and this person, again, coming across as partner at this point, like full-on committed partner. And you're saying you love them. You love them to pieces. The support is there. The emotional enrichment is there. You have history with this person. You see them in your life always. Okay. The Sun is between you two. When you two share your sexual energies, it feels warm. It feels generous. It feels kind. Okay. And that's lovely. Over here, Eight of Wands to Hierophant. There we go. We got somebody talking. And you two are currently working out, it looks like, your differences at the emotional level, but I can tell it's affecting you both sexually. Okay. And in that respect of, because you two love each other and you care about each other, we're trying to work things out. And I think make your sexual energies more compatible. Okay. Get them back into alignment. Something happened that caused them to disalign. And there's some sort of emotional upset, but the point is you two are talking. I cannot begin to tell you how many people have problems and they're not talking about it, which of course deepens the problems and deepens the frustrations and makes the walls higher and higher when the opposite should be true. So congratulations to you two on actively working through your differences. We have listening on both sides, which is becoming increasingly rare for me to see these days. That's a freaking miracle. We have listening and talking, and you two are showing each other patience, kindness, and consideration. And as we do this, we are lowering the effect of the Four of Cups, the emotional disturbance, not being on the same page, and then the sexual disturbance, not being sexually on the same page either. So good job to you both. And as you do this, you're making progress. You can feel the warmth in each other and the care for each other. And when two people really care, it shows up in love. That means they actually do things together. A lot of people will say, I care about you, but it's just a vague sort of feeling. How do you know the difference between care, love, and care sort of vague? Care, love suggests action, communication, doing something about it. Care vague is, I care about you, and then that's it. Conversation's over. So it's just a kind of like, I wish thee well, but I'm not actually there for you. So there, the real kind of care shows up, does things, it talks. So you two are clearly having that towards each other, and it's beautiful. It's so warming. You are both warmed by these discussions, reassured, and you feel reassured in each other's energies, both the high notes of emotional connection and spiritual connection and the low notes of just being human, and being uncomfortable sometimes with what we experience and how we sometimes get off page. But you two come together at the end of the day, no pun intended, although I'm sure that's true as well. Seven of Swords, Six of Wands, Temperance. This is not about an ego thing. Let's make this clear. It is not an ego thing. It's not about getting recognition. It's because two people here are actively healing their sexual energies towards each other. A lot of patience is in here. A lot of patience. It has nothing to do with someone feeling like they're not getting their physical needs met. It's not about attention either. It has nothing to do with attention, and it has nothing to do with attention-seeking behaviors or getting sexual validation, to make that perfectly clear. This is legit two people who work through their issues and in so doing find peace with each other. Your sexual energies will re-emerge stronger for this, the both of you. It's beautiful. No one actually pointed out the real issue to me, except what it wasn't. It has nothing to do with sex or the absence of sex or the frequency of sex. It's just, this is why I'm upset. This is why I'm disappointed. This is why I've withdrawn. This is what I'm experiencing. Really, thank you for telling me this. I had an idea something was up, but now I actually know, okay, this is what we can do. This is how we're talking. Do you see how the language is completely developed, mature, and comprehensive in points of view? It has nothing to do with, well, you know what, we haven't had sex in like months, and it's pissing me off. It's not like that. There's something here at play that has to do with time and patience and healing. Okay. And the respect you two have towards each other is absolutely beautiful. It's absolutely phenomenal. I really don't have much more to pull from this other than the fact that you two are very dedicated in your sexual energies. They're strictly and foremost for yourselves and each other, just the two of you. So while you both appreciate the larger dynamic that is commitment, you're saying our sexual energy is between us, and that's where we keep it. It's sacred, and we discuss it. We keep the lines of communication open because we're interested in resolving our differences. So this is absolutely beautiful. I know it's not sexy. I know it's not. There's a Gemini that's like, I wanted to know what the hell was going to happen Friday, and I'm single, bitch. Okay, that's another reading for another Gemini. Check your other placements, It's frustrating. I say that because, I will see the most amazing reads, but it's like, well, it's not mine. And people get offended. Don't. That's so ridiculous. Don't be offended. Be happy for this Gemini. This is what everybody wants at the end of the day. A solid, fit partnership where two people actually give a damn. So let's be happy for this Gemini. That's beautiful. Congratulations to you. You have an amazing person, and you yourself are an amazing partner. That's beautiful. Okay? Mutual respect and ability to work through the bullshit. That's beautiful. It's sexual energies, though. You have to understand, this is like two people who have thrown a warm blanket around each other. Their sexual energy is exclusive to those two and just those two. You both take it to a higher plane of purpose and commitment, And above all, temperance is still fire, Sagittarian. It is still warm and healing. Even if the sexual energy isn't like, whoo-hoo, we're soaking the sheets on this one. No. That comes later. There's apparently more healing needed between you two. But it's beautiful. I like the reassurance, though, between the two of you. It's gorgeous. When you come together, it's beautiful. Knights of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Seven of Cups. Yeah, we are going out of our way. I feel many of you are the Knights of Pentacles, but we are going out of our way to make our Empress feel reassured that everything's fine. We are very much invested in making sure that this person feels emotionally safe and secure, because there is something here about recovery needed. So we keep the discussion open, okay? And as you do so, as we continue to move forward in a steady, non-pressured way, where both points of view are taken into consideration, somebody opens up more and more into a positive way. So this Empress is feeling secure with you, and will continue to do so, and emotionally and sexually open up to you more and more further down the road. They are emphasizing a healing process, and this one's going to take time, but you know that, and it doesn't intimidate you at all. I just see you as being a very supportive partner. Okay. You think the world of this person, by the way. And it could be the way around. It could be you that you're the Empress and you're having to rediscover a little bit positive emotions tied to your sexuality for one reason or another. There's a variety of reasons why. Some of them are health, medical. Others are simply AIDS, time, exhaustion, who knows. But there is absolutely improvement here and a non-pressuring partner. They just want to know what's going on, you know? And that's beautiful. Come on now. There's something in here. I know there is. But okay. Yeah, fulfillment. You two are each other's fulfillment. And right now it might seem like we're in a place of want or wait. But it's non-pressured. Sometimes I will see fulfillment in that thing of expectations that are never fulfilled. And in this respect, it's kind of like you two fulfill each other quite well. Even if sexually you're not coming together right now. Again, no pun intended. But it's there. The idea is there. Number 35. Okay, we'll go ahead and pull from these. Leave your fears behind, the difficulties. So initial reaction to whatever this is, it was like, how bad is this anyway? The difficulties, but it seems to be much more manageable than we initially understood. In other words, try not to overgive to this in terms of worry, anxiety, or the frustration. A little communication here from both people goes a long way, obviously. All right. Well, we have all letters. That's cool. R, Y, X, and W. Gemini, honey, I hope this helped you. Congratulations to you both. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Libra, welcome to your intimate tarot reading. We're going to start by clarifying your Ace of Wands. Get an idea of your current sexual energies and what's going on there. Show me Libra. What is going on? Show me Libra. What is it? The World. Justice. You. Seven of Cups. Okay. It's almost like saying I can't be bothered with options right now or sexual energies. And you're saying that that's what's correct for you. You yourself are not open to options. That's just where you are. It's not an accusation. Don't take it as one. You either know this about your sexual energy or you don't. And if you do, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The World, you, Justice, Seven of Cups. It's literally saying, I, Libra, am not interested in being open at this time. That's it. That's all there is to it. Like, I'm not trying to pursue love. I'm not trying to pursue sex. And I feel like that's right for me. And so long as you know what's right for you, that's all I care about. Now, whether or not you change your mind or change your energy, I don't know. But for right now, you made a very clear point to me. You're like, I can't be bothered with options. Okay, I can't be bothered with it, you know. And maybe that's where you are. And that's fine. Just so long as you know what's going on. What is going on? Six, I got it. Six of Swords, Five of Wands. I got it. Knight of Cups. Okay. Two of Wands and the King of Wands. Yeah. Okay. The Moon, the High Priestess, and the Tower. I see. You recently left behind from your view, a problematic situation where your sexual energy was tangled up in it, but it was always ever tangled. It was never smooth, and it never functioned very well. And Six of Swords. I've been saying that quite a bit for folks this round. You know, we got to do what we got to do, as long as it's correct, you know? And it's not just about what we're leaving behind, it's also what we're trying to enter. But you specifically, you said your sexual energy here, Five of Wands, was always feeling combative or frustrated, non-relieved. There was too much pressure around sex, which I'm kind of leaning towards that. I will get to that in a minute. Or it felt like the sexual energy was too competitive, maybe too fierce for you, and you're like, it shouldn't feel like this, and I agree. You don't want your energies to get all worked up like that, especially if you think you're not the only one fighting for someone's attention. Okay, Knight of Cups between you and someone else. They're showing me Two of Wands, King of Wands. That's fiery. It's hot. It's attractive. And it's very flirtatious. When they burn bright. You know what I'm saying? But it could be that the energy was a little too loose. Because you're showing me it's frustration and you always feel unsettled. The sexual energy always felt unsettled. A little too competitive, maybe. Like you weren't the only one in there vying for their attentions or their affections. And that might well be the case. Either way, it worked you up in all the wrong ways. You know, our sexual energy, when it's relieved appropriately, we are happy and calm and satisfied. For some people, they lean into love because it's a bonding element for many. But for you, it's like I always felt unsettled around this person. And there's an edge in it. There's the edge in the sexual energies that's like it's restless for you. You're very dissatisfied with the experience, and you're like, that's why I had to leave it behind. It was never smooth, and again, there's an element in there that suggests competition with the sexual energies, and this person, while they have lovely light energy, that's exactly what it is. It moves fast, it feels fast, it flirts easily. With the Two of Wands there. Again, not a bad thing. I can tell that this person really emphasizes their sexual energy via conversation and attraction, you know, outward reflection. They take pride in their appearance. Again, this isn't a crime. Excuse me, the throat's trying to cut out. It's just how it is sometimes. And the thing is, it's very talkative, it's very lively, and it's very embracing. I get the distinct feeling you weren't the only one to be embraced by them, conversation or otherwise. I don't think with this person it ever went beyond conversation. And the Knight of Cups is shared. I know that there were some romantic energies in there. I know there was. But it never, again, you weren't satisfied with it. Otherwise, you wouldn't have closed it out and said, I'm just not open to options right now. And that you wouldn't be frustrated with this if it was more love than, say, sexual frustration. This is the type of energy that's going to give you butterflies, and which over time stops being butterflies and just turns into anxiety. When it's a stronger connection, it makes you feel calm. It makes you feel calm and secure and safe. You're showing me it's the opposite of that. It always had your nerves sort of tangled up and jangled. It didn't feel like it was energy that was just for you. You know? So you left it behind. So while there might have been some expression there of love, it might have largely been romantic. And again, the sexual attraction was there. Can't say it wasn't. You know? But that might have been all that it was. Down here, your future isn't really your future. It's more like your inner workings. Your inner workings said the moon, the high priestess, the tower. You had a feeling, a very strong one, that if you continued with this, it would come back and bite you in the ass in some way. And not in the way you would like. You had a feeling that there is more to it than that. You had a feeling that there's deeper issues or secrets here. Your intuition was going like crazy. And if you continued on in this way, or if you didn't listen to yourself, it would blow up in your face. No pun intended. So you did what you felt was right. You listened to yourself, and you may not have... I'm guessing the Libra... I know The Libra I'm looking at, you didn't have strong evidence. I know you didn't. It was sheer gut instinct. And it says like something about this isn't sitting right. And there's too much here unspoken. It's all surface level presentation, which is fun on the surface. And it's flirty on the surface. And butterflies are nice until they turn into anxiety. As soon as someone tells me, anytime I'm talking to them, honey, I don't care if it's a man or a woman, as soon as they say, oh, I feel butterflies, I'm like, yeah, butterflies turn into anxiety. That's the initial interpretation is butterflies. It's light. It's soft. They can't really harm me. Yeah. Until they keep fluttering, they never rest. They never settle, which in turn means anxiety. So everybody's like, I want that spark. I want the butterflies. What you want is a chemistry cocktail of chaos. People who are addicted to the drama and the initial jolt of feeling, that's drama. It's anxiety. People who actually want calm, okay, because they know what's happening. There's no rocks to lift up and look under and say, what's going on in there? Everything's on the surface where you can see it. Those people appreciate security, calm, sense of purpose. This is why you and I are connecting. You and I make sense. Let's continue this, please. So while you may not have, and I'm guessing you did not have hard evidence, you listen to yourself. Even if everyone around you is like, what? They're so hot. What are you doing? Oh my God. Yeah, they're hot for me and they're hot for other people too. It's kind of like that. So I don't blame you. That's tricky. That's very, very tricky. I've experienced this before. And there's times when, like you, I'm like, if I don't listen to myself, even if I don't have hard evidence, I will regret it. You know? Those are tough calls because you admit you're sexually attracted to this. You're not stupid. You know that. And it's for that same reason, if I continue to pursue it with a feeling of unease and queasiness and nerves, something's going to happen. And it's not going to be necessarily something I want. Okay. So I get what you're saying. I do. You told me from the very beginning in your estimation, whatever this is, wasn't worth exploring, or you explored it enough that you made a call, you know? You made a call. There's something about this. It was too easy. It's practice. They've done it before, or they do this kind of thing with others. It just... Don't get me wrong. This is perfectly fine to kick things off. But if you have enough exposure to it and you don't feel any more secure in it, in fact, your nerves are higher and just tighter, something's not right. Things should have started to settle by now. Okay? At 10 of Wands and Temperance, there's so much pressure around sex. There's a lot of pressure around sex with this one. A lot of sexual tension about whether or not you should give into it. You know, 10 of Wands in Intimate Tarot is the act of first penetration and all the pressure that's around it. And you say, I shouldn't feel like this. I shouldn't feel pressured to give this. Sex shouldn't feel like this. It shouldn't feel like pressure to compete for someone's energy and attention. It shouldn't feel like this. You're right. It shouldn't. With Temperance and the 10 of Wands here, a bigger part of you knew that even if they're legit, even if they weren't giving that energy out freely to other people, you shouldn't feel that much stress around sexuality. You shouldn't feel pressured. I don't care how light they kept it. That was the problem. It was always up there. It was way too light. With a touch of romanticism. Again, at the beginning, perfectly normal. Acceptable. A couple weeks, sure. After a while, though, it shouldn't be all about what you can give to this and how they're so light and jovial and what's the problem, Libra. Problem is, I strongly suspect that you've kept it up on the surface, easy and light, with me for weeks, maybe a couple months. I have every reason to believe you might be doing this with someone else, but you won't make things clear, and I don't feel any less anxious. That's my problem. That's my problem. There's too much pressure around to give into this. That's no good. We don't want that. We don't ever want to feel like that in our sexual energies. Ever. So yeah, I don't blame you for moving on from this. I get that feeling every now and again this person reaches back in some small stupid way, like a message online or liking something, And then you're like, ew, no, God, go away. I wasn't, no, no, no. Whatever this is, they couldn't seal the deal with you, honey. You had too many misgivings. It's too many misgivings. You know? I just said that, calling back. Yeah, every now and again, it tries to pull you back, get you to try it out again, and you just, no, I won't be called back. You can't summon me back. Number 18. No. Some of you, by the way, have some very interesting or prominent sides in your chart. But yeah, I can tell that you are sexually intuitive, which is nice. I like seeing that, and that's what told you to get out of this retreat, get the hell away from it. Yeah, I agree. Very concise your cards are today. You're sexually intuitive, which is brilliant. Your sexual intuition is a beautiful thing. It says, it's not that I'm just attracted to you. That's easy. I agree with you. Surface level attraction will always be easy to spot, you know? It's another layer. It's like, I could be sexually attracted to you for very different reasons, but I'm having a hard time accessing my GPS when it comes to you. I feel like there's things you're just not sharing with me. And I like to keep everything cool and copacetic on the surface, but you're not willing to go deeper. And I sense that in you, and therefore I'm pulling back. Exactly. So that's really strong sexual intuition you have. Be glad that you have that, or that you developed it. We have the letter Y and the medallion of Gemini. Some of you might have some very strong Gemini in your chart. Could have been connecting to, or the season might be important to you. Libra, honey, I hope this helped you. Good call. Good job listening to yourself. Even if you couldn't specifically identify it, you know. You know. Yeah. You have a very strong root chakra, my friend. I hope this helped. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Taurus, welcome to your intimate tarot reading. We're going to start by clarifying your Ace of Wands. A kind of energy check, if you will, of your current passions. What's going on, please, for Taurus? Show me Taurus, please, and their sexual energy. Rain, rain, rain. It's cats and dogs outside, let me tell you. You might hear it, by the way. And I know, it's good for the garden. I don't dispute that. But it does make for rather one soggy garden. That's what she said. All right, strength. 9 of Cups. King of Wands. Hell yeah. Bye. Have a good day. That's it. That's all there is to it. That's great. I love this. Your sexual energy, my goodness, it's coming through as loud, proud, strong. Woo, look at that. It makes you feel charged up. I love it. Very strong, very vital. Slightly protective, which is part of the Taurian nature. Okay, you can be very territorial. You might have some very interesting Leo in your chart, here twice. But for the most part, you are in something that makes you feel good, that makes you feel well satisfied, and that your needs are very met. I like this a lot. Man, I tell you what, not a scrap of your sexual energy goes to waste. Fantastic. I don't know who you're connecting with, honey, but they make you feel like the bee's knees. I love it. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. King of Wands. Strength. Do you get that? Do you see that? Do you appreciate that? Look at that. It's gorgeous. Look at that. Very strong sense of I could not have my wishes more fulfilled. Yeah, it's got some pride in there. I'm not saying you don't. There's some pride. But there's going to be some pride there where you're that deeply satisfied. Yeah. Yeah. You're going to, with that kind of energy, honey, you're going to feel like you can move mountains. It's gorgeous. Oh, my goodness. Honey, I would dare say at that rate, you are like sexually peaking with whomever it is you are connecting to. You look great. More to the point, you feel great. You're like, yes. Yes, I am. We'll take that. That's nice. Oh my, I'm not saying you're perfect. I'm not saying anyone here is perfect. What I'm saying is the way you react to this. It's like the height of Taurus Town. Like you are in Taurus Town and you've got the biggest, most beautiful house on the highest hill. Like that's That's your sexual energy. What is up? What's going on? Who is talking to you, honey? What is up? Wow, deeply satisfied you are. Very, very satisfied. What is going on? Ace of Pentacles, the Fool. Good for you. Oh, good for you. Oh, good for you. As I say, who you're talking to. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Knight of Pentacles. The Queen of Swords. Oh, a smart cookie that one is. All right. Queen of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, the Hermit. Good job. I am so proud of you. This is fantastic. You just, people put me through it sometimes. Everybody thinks it's going to be Margaritaville. And it's going to be fun, sexy time. Let's watch some intimate tarot. And then reality hits. Oh. You actually have fun, sexy margarita time all over your eye. Let's get this recipe. Let's put it down. Let's put it in the books so that way people can concoct it for themselves. You look fantastic, okay? It pays to be in Taurus town right now. Let me tell you what. So for any of those who Taurus is like a minor placement in your chart and you just thought you'd check it out, good job. So you'll be happy that you did. Live this, love this. Yeah, the Fool, Ace of Pentacles. I'm going to have a brand new beginning. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, you did. Ace of Pentacles, which, of course, as we know, is your master symbol. So when you took off, you meant it. You're like, I'm talking, I want the real deal. I have structure. I have a vision of myself. I know what I want to see for myself in the future. Out the door I go. So the Fool, that's a beautiful, sharp energy in this context. It's Fool as in full appropriate or full healthy, not foolish. The difference being one, you're goading yourself. The other one is natural and you're acting on it. Here you are natural and it's acting on it, but you have it kind of thought out or mapped out in the Ace of Pentacles. You want it to be real. You want it to be viable and you want it to be strong. Yeah, I see that. The Eight of Wands, there you are, you're talking. I say, who are you talking to? Well, you told me. We have the Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. This is someone who really seems to articulate their sexual energy via their mind, communication, intelligence, wit. And they take their time. They move at their own particular pace. I do know that. Could be connecting to fellow earth sign, but their sexual energy really flows through, again, like I said, their mind. So this is a person who's going to be naturally witty, naturally charming. They always have a kind of a joke attached to them. That's the benefit of the King, Queen of Swords and Intimate Tarot. They usually never get that credit. I'm happy to correct that point of view. Very charming equals intelligence. You can't be charming or witty unless you are intelligent, and that's what they prize themselves on. So like I said, they have a bit of energy, you know. Keep my distance, keep my cool, but very mentally engaged. Okay, that's how they express themselves. And I see that too. They're on point with that communication, right? They always have comeback. They always have a kind of an intelligent mind. They always have a way of, I don't know, sarcasm, wittiness, as discussed. But yeah, you're loving the conversation. You are loving the conversation. Your energy is picked up. It's taken notice. Oh my goodness. You feel like you are flourishing purposely. Yeah, but your Ace of Wands here and your Ace of Pentacles, they both have somewhere to go. It's like I have never felt more myself in all my life. I am achieving my aces. I am achieving my best possible energy. You've glowed up 1,000 times over, so I don't know where you're coming from. I don't know. I don't care. That's another reading for another day. I'm looking at you and jumping you right into your timeline right now when you are activating new and you feel good about it, optimistic, hopeful, open to the prospects. And then that in turn is showing in your passionate energies too, because it's being expressed there. You know what you want. You're going towards it. I love this. Love it. Queen of Pentacles, Five of Cups, the Hermit, pulling you aside as a person. Your new beginning, pulling that all aside. You as a person, I can tell that you are a deeply considerate lover because you're showing me a lot of that earth energy. You might have some Virgo in your chart specifically. And you are someone who very much appreciates the physical sensations. Again, this is very tactile. So, and by that, you're not as likely to use words in your actual lovemaking process. You're much more likely to express yourself physically. And you're saying you have put a lot of good work into yourself and that you deeply appreciate the sexual experience. Again, what you can touch, taste, see, hear, etc. So you like it to make a whole experience. When you are behind closed doors, you like the full experience. And this is based on years of wisdom and experience and knowing yourself. And you yourself personally had to overcome some shadows of the past with the Five of Cups in order to get to this place of physical comfort for yourself. You know a lot about yourself. You've taken a lot of time to understand your sexual energy, how it applies to you, and the good in it, which is good. That means you respect yourself, you respect your body, and you understand what you like to experience. Okay? And again, that's based on years of wisdom and, frankly, disappointment. Having to overcome emotional disappointment of the past and sexual disappointment of the past to understand who you are today. Where are we? Hey, fantastic. Let's keep on. We're making good time, which we know does not always happen. But you know what? You made your reading easy for me today, and I appreciate that. The complaints are thus. Why is mine so short? You hate us. It usually means there's less bullshit. That's usually what that means. I don't think you need too much advice here today. But I want you, the point is, to continue to reflect on who you are, where you've come from, why the past stays in the past, and why you are at that point now in your life where you are ready to move forward. You said you're open to new, you're backing it up, you mean it, okay? So every now and again, for some reason in the future, you pull yourself aside and you do a check with yourself. Do I like where I'm at? Okay? Where am I in my healing progress? Is my physical energy being honored by myself and then also this person I'm connecting with? Do I like what I'm experiencing? Because I really, again, you're emphasizing the best of a new opportunity and you're going to maximize it, make good on it. But like I said, I can tell in your intimate self, when you're turned on, you're turned on. You're also very protective. It's like, this makes me feel so good, I have to protect it. Okay. That's, again, part of that Taurian package. But over here, behind closed doors, the intimate experience is, it takes you to places that allow you to discover more about yourself. Okay, so it's not just about you being a generous lover, but literally, when you experience intimacy, you understand how that has played into the development of your life. And not everybody connects their sexual energy like that, but you do. Okay, you understand how it's helped develop and shape you. Okay, so that tells me you're in tune with your sexual self, which is lovely. I want you to continue to do this. When? Now. That's when. Talking is now. I don't, if it hasn't happened yet, soon. I do know this. Man, do you hit that Mile High Club or what? You hit vertigo, honey. You went straight upwards with that. It feels really good. That's an understatement, honey. Oh, when things get going with this person, they get going. You really do like the way they communicate to you and talk to you. You tend to be much more physical. They tend to be a lot more verbal. And that's fine. That's just how you two express yourselves. It works. It works. Let's get some advice, please, for Taurus. There's that Fool again. Just be open. That's all I'm going to take from that. Just be open. You're on your way. You're on your way. You're on your way. You're open. Be open. Stay open. Don't hesitate. Don't talk yourself out of it. I haven't seen this Taurus worked up for new in such a long time, but you actually mean it. You're not forcing yourself to do it. You want to. You authentically want to be in that space. So continue on. Keep on keeping on. You've earned it step by step. That's the direction you've been headed in. So make good on it. It looks good on you. This suits you. Whatever this new beginning is, it suits you. So keep on. I just don't need to pull anymore. That's all I needed to see is the Fool, what you're feeling now, is correct. And oh, for some of you, by the way, the reset button, since the Fool is here twice, I will point this out at 00. So that doesn't really have a time frame. The Fool's journey begins when the Fool is ready and heeds the call. Once more, not goading himself into doing it, wants to. So for others of you, for some of you, right now, it means now. For others of you, the Fool is associated with spring or the opening in April. So for others of you, then, the Ace of Pentacles is yet to be. But yes, anywhere between now to April, but I can't actually tell you. You know when you know, and you act on it when you act on it, okay? What's up? Waiting. Oh. I don't want to talk about that. And by that I mean, there is a waiting in here. Perhaps your journey as the Fool is prolonged. Like I said, I'm really not interested in where you're coming from, but I can kind of see what you've been having to avoid in that sense that there's an anger element here called wrath, number 29. A feeling of being left out or excluded. We had to wait that energy out a little bit, get more distance between yourself and perhaps what you left behind that is angry and bitter or resentful. Perhaps that represents a space in you that you wanted to get more distance from, where you could let anger go. That's very true. Everything begins with the self. So for some of you, your fool's journey will not truly begin until you can kind of shed the final skins of anger, resentment, or bitterness, and you really are truly connected to the fool, just being open. Okay. For others of you, this represents distance that you needed, more of a waiting period or a cooling off period between yourself and someone else you need to get more distance from, because their anger was still very much directed at you in some way that suggests negative interpretation of their sexual energy. What perhaps used to be positive toward you had turned angry and negative and bitter and resentful, harsh. You would know best which scenario is which. If we were on the fool's journey like that, you don't want to feel anger and you don't want to feel bitterness and resentment. You really want to be open to new, so you can maximize those aces, which is what I see you doing. So whether or not you are coming from a particular background of anger, I don't know. You would know best. I don't see that in you, but that's not to say you weren't affected by it in some way. So that could have been external wrath that you were trying to get some space from before you could start your new journey. You know, get that to calm the hell down before you could proceed. Okay, sure, we'll pull something from here. Okay. Yeah, wedding. This situation involves marriage. Well, give it some time. Calm down, all right? I know. No, I'm not surprised to see that at all. The Taurus I'm looking at, you said you want legitimacy. Ace of Pentacles. When you're in a position where you're standing 10 feet tall and you don't want that to change, yeah, you're going to want to lock it down. Okay, at the end of the day, Taurus is still Taurus. You still believe in that sense of stability, and part of that is commitment. That's your higher self card. That's the Hierophant at play. Eventually, when something hits you just right, you know it's yours, you're going to want to lock it down. That's it. That's it for Taurus. 2 + 2, baby. All right. Oh, the Fool's Journey. Okay, like I said, between now and maybe April. All right. Really emphasizing that. All right, we have the letters P, Q, T, R, and the key. Love the key. One of my favorite symbols. It's just the key. We have the keys. We carry the keys. A lot of people think they don't. They think their sense of freedom is under someone else's control. The universe is. No, we usually hold the key. We just forget that we do, that we have the power. We can either use it to free ourselves or keep ourselves prisoner. You know? Prisoner or jailer. Depends on one's point of view. All right. Taurus honey, I hope this helped you. This was a great read. Love it. Put it in the comments. Take care and be well. Virgo, welcome to your Intimate Tarot reading. What's up? What's going on? We're going to start by clarifying your Ace of Wands, just kind of getting a check, if you will, on your current sexual energies. What's going on for Virgo, please? Show me, Virgo. What is going on for? Ooh, I think we're going to do ribs tonight. Yeah. What's going on, please, for Virgo? You know me, honey. For some reason, Virgo gets my food reports. I'm not quite sure why or how that worked out. But you do. What's up? 7 of Wands. The Chariot. 9 of Pentacles. Kind of a mixed review there. Your energies want to move forward, but with boundaries, caution, and there's nothing wrong with it. I completely advocate boundaries. It does impede your progress a little bit because there's a difference between having boundaries and maybe just being scared. Okay. So I'm seeing some positives for you in terms of strength of your own particular sexual conviction and emotional conviction because the Chariot's there. You're also showing me 7 of Wands. Oh, shit. I'm doing this, and I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I'm doing this, though, but I'm doing this. I am. But I'm nervous. So I'm going to slow down a little bit. 9 of Pentacles. So the Chariot, obviously, is equipped to go a lot faster than what you're currently allowing, and that's okay. All right? You want to take your time, that's all right. Just know that that Seven of Wands is equal parts boundaries and fear about going full throttle. Okay? So I just want to let you know. That's all. That's all right. That tells me you're feeling kind of powerful urges, but you also feel the need to pull it back, which is going to be very much in your wheelhouse of powers. Okay? All right. Let's talk about it. Because it's like, I want to get going, but I'm not trying to do 0 to 60. I'm maybe doing 0 to 20. But I got a full tank. You do. You have a full tank. I say you do have a full tank. Because you do. There's somewhere you want to be. It's not a coincidence, honey. Your energy is gearing you up to take you somewhere. What's up? What's going on? Okay. I just heard a brand new day. What is that, Sting? I want to say it's Sting. It's not the police, is it? No, that's Sting. That's Sting. Brand new day. Yes. Okay. I can see that. Want a brand new day, brand new energy, brand new Virgo. I don't know, but let's take a look. I'm rooting for you, honey. I'm rooting for you. What's up? Justice. The King of Pentacles. There you are. Being earthy. I got this. I'm balanced. Cool. The Emperor. Page of Swords. And the Two of Pentacles. Four of Cups, the Magician, the Knight of Pentacles, and there it is. This has more to do with where you're headed and not who's connected to you. Okay. Just to make that clear, you're showing me such higher levels of power designation compared to the person who's connected to you at present or not really, perhaps formally connected. Recently, I should say formally connected. You seem to be determined to move on with your life, but not without some jitters. Not without some jitters, some nerves, okay? So just, I want you to keep in mind you got this. Justice, King of Pentacles, I need you to reassure yourself this is correct. Not because you're lying. I'm not telling you to convince yourself that you're correct. It's because you know you are. Big difference. Five of Swords is talking ourselves into it. This, you don't need to talk yourself into this. This is what you feel, and it's powerful, it's strong, and it's correct. I am balanced. I am justified. I know what I'm doing. This is what's right for me. This is what's right for me. This is what's right for me. So that is speaking to your earthbound experience. So the 3Ds here, your spiritual experience here with justice, and then also your emotional and sexual experience is also lining it up. So right now, you are making sure the tumbles in your particular lock are lining up. Okay? Good. Good. You have something in here that suggests you're ready. You want to move your energies on. You want to move your sense of personhood on too. I like this. It's strong. I'm only nervous, right? Because you're like, it's... Okay, so I'm sorry, I don't mean to sound crude. It's just the way I heard it in my head. It sounds crude. It sounds ridiculous. I'm going to thrust myself into the future, but maybe pull back the thrusting a little bit. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know why I heard it that way, but I just did. I'm sorry. Maybe it makes sense to you. The Emperor is between you and somebody. Gosh, I'm seeing the Emperor here used equal parts good and bad. So this is technically what you share between yourself and someone else and a former someone else, formerly who you used to know. And you're both using Emperor in your own respective ways. Now, if you've been around the channel, you've heard me say this before, so I have to repeat it, though, because a lot of people don't understand. There are pros and cons to all energies. Okay, all. No exceptions. All signs. Everybody has a superpower, therefore kryptonite. Everybody's got a pro, you got a con. It's called nature, black and white. Things have a way of balancing each other out. So the Emperor here, you're sharing that energy, or rather you use it for yourself in the pro sense. I know what's right for me. You've already shown me that. And therefore you're saying your sexual energy, I know what it means to me. And it should make me feel like I'm standing in my power and I feel like a person who shares myself exclusively with my equal, not my lesser. Okay? That's the case of empowerment in sexual tarot, Emperor, Empress. The Empress has a softer presentation. The Emperor tends to be much more firmer, kind of a stronger masculine energy. I can suppress my sexual energies, but Also, I know what they're for. They're for me. And I would like to designate them to someone of my choosing, my equal preferably. Okay, so still empowerment. So you're saying, I know what's best for me, I know what's best for my sexual energy, I know what's best for my 3D self, and you do. And the King, Queen of Pentacles should always know what their worth is and what's best for them. You've shown me that. Hopefully I made that clear to you. Whomever this is uses the Emperor in the negative. Well, I'm just trying to save face at this point, so fuck you. So this is Emperor prideful, Emperor stubborn, Emperor doesn't know how to change, but thinks they don't have to, or at least that's the face they're presenting. Detached, I don't care. So if that's what somebody wants you to believe, believe them. It's probably not true, but that's what they want you to believe. It's not your responsibility to continue to sit around, dig for the truth, and find out. That's the responsibility of that person to understand themselves, what they're doing and why. You've already done your bit, in case I did not make that clear. Page of Swords, Two of Pentacles. Honey, I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to be super blunt. I'm sure it wasn't always like this, but what did we find attractive about this? I said it. Now, I'm sure the energy used to be world different. But this person's like, I got nothing to give you. I don't know how long they've had that energy towards you, the sexual energy. I got nothing to give you. Don't be looking at me. I'm keeping my eye on you like you owe me something. Or I'm keeping track of you. I'm keeping tabs of you and what you're doing. But me personally, no, I got nothing to give you. Two of Pentacles. Not comfortable with sexual energy. They minimize it, downplay it, or they're not into it anymore, and that's fine. That's fine if they're not into it anymore, but they need to own that. They're not into it anymore with you. Or they have very little regard for it, which is clearly the opposite of you. You actually respect your whole self as a person, your physical and mental, emotional, spiritual, and sexual. Which means this is not your equal. Do you see the difference here between someone who knows themselves and someone who doesn't? And how the Emperor is pro and then the Emperor is negative? Do you see it? So this is high levels of incompatibility. Was it like this how many years ago or seasons ago? Probably not. Is that where it is today and probably has been for a while? Yeah, most likely. Very small-minded, but for some reason it keeps an eye on you like it's keeping tabs, but doesn't seem to bond with you emotionally, sexually, or etc. So again, if someone doesn't want that, great, you can't make them, but it is up to you to recognize it and understand if that's what you want. Guess what your decision is? Okay, Four of Cups, the Magician, Knight of Pentacles. You're like, this is no good. I know this is no good. I want more for myself than this. And this is something you're going to have to keep in mind. Four of Cups, the Magician, Knight of Pentacles. I'm moving forward because I know I want more. I'm moving forward because I know I want more. And while that Knight of Pentacles, not once but twice, seems incredibly dull, that's where you are. You're moving away from this. You're moving your intentions and actions away from this. You're moving whatever attraction, the remnants of attraction you had toward it, you're moving it away from it. It's just very slow. It's very, very slow. You know, everybody, it sucks when I see things like this, but also no, it doesn't. Because it suggests to me that the person I'm looking at knows themselves better than the surroundings. I don't, you know, what kept you here and in place as long as it did, I don't know. You would know best. But you want more for yourself, and you're kind of tired of the emotional inequality and the sexual inequality. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. When you've outgrown your shell and someone is very happy where they are, you got to start making decisions. Are you anti-growth or are you anti-me? Because as I change and adopt, you don't seem to. So how much of a partner are we to each other? You know, I don't know, the lack of insight's kind of startling. Maybe they just need more time. It's almost like refusing to grow into the truth here and still thinking that they can be or save face about it. I don't know. I'm sure there's more to it than that, but that's what I'm saying for them today. Anyway, I really want, so fine. By all means, move forward. You're a little nervous. That's fine. Like I said, you're not doing 0 to 60, but it's not nothing either. Yes, let's call it, it's better than 0 to 20. Let's say 0 to 40. Yeah, let's call it that. 0 to 40. But you want more. I know, honey. I know. I got it. Yeah. The world with the Ace of Cups. Whatever this is, we don't have love for it anymore. If you ever did, I don't know. That's up to you. I'm not trying to insult you. It's just, I don't know if you did. You told me you're just now in that position where you want to move forward because you mean it. You're just being cautious. It's been a while. Ace of Cups. And you're telling me then that love's important to you. I agree. So whatever this is doesn't have much to say about the sexual energy, and it doesn't seem to have much to say about the emotional energy either. You would know best as to what led up to that. Okay? But this also means you get to reset your ace too. Brand new beginning. As one door closes, another opens. You're saying you're closing this chapter of love, or the willingness to be influenced by it, or be in love with it. Which means, in time, you'll be opening a new door. Okay? FYI, this kind of fell out to the side. I'm not taking it as the main concept, but Queen of Cups and Temperance. There's a possibility here of healing love with somebody. Not this. Okay. Just FYI for some of you. But yeah, no, the advice is to understand your heart here. You're more right than anything else. If you really thought you were wrong, I wouldn't be seeing you making the choices that you're making, you know? All right, that's enough. Dreams, 7. You desire and dream more for yourself, but again, you're kind of tired of the dreaming element. So you'd rather see it in reality, not just live in the fantasy. But you have dreams of more emotional and sexual connectivity. And it's soft, it's romantic, it's dreamy, but we also don't want to be dreamers forever. At some point, we want to live it. Yeah? What's up? Chemistry, this could be the one a little further out once you get going. Okay, I did see the hint of something there that was healing in the heart space and loving too. But yeah, there's this concept of this could be the one in chemistry with a future potential person. All right, someone who is more your equal. Okay. We have or frankly, that's what you want to tell yourself, is that this one could be the one, and I actually have chemistry with that person. Fair. All right, TKUXR, and then we have the medallion of Gemini. Some of you might have some very strong placements in your chart, could be connecting to, or the season might be important to you. All right, Virgo, honey, I hope this helped you. Congratulations to you, and recognizing your needs and what is fair and not fair for you. And this person's not there yet, or they haven't been in a long time. Nevertheless, I think you're doing the right thing for you. Okay? But you'll know more as you go along. Specifically, you'll feel more about the validation of that as you go along. Okay? I hope this helped. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Capricorn, welcome to your Intimate Tarot reading. We're going to start by checking your Ace of Wands. Just a temperature check, if you will, of your current sexual energies. Show me Capricorn. What's going on for Capricorn? Little overhead thunder there. It's raining pretty hard here. That's all right. What's going on, please? Show me Capricorn and their sexual energies, please. I shan't be surprised if the lights go out, and that's okay. Maybe it'll intensify the mood. Who knows? Or just won't say anything. 3 of Cups. 8 of Pentacles. 6 of Wands. Oh, yeah. You're working on something with somebody, and I'm not going to lie, it feels good. You feel good. 3 cups and 6 of wands. It put a little extra pep in your step. You're like, I like this. Now, what that work is, I don't know. It could be that literally at work, as you are working at work, there's a little extra side energy in there that you're responding to. And yeah, you're responding to it. And it hits certain things in you, particularly notes of confidence and feeling seen. It's very flattering. And 3 cups, we connect over this. We connect over some 8 of Pentacles here. I said it's something at work or in your everyday environment that is habitual in nature. But when you do it, it feels good. It hits a lot of notes for you. It hits a lot of high notes. So, that's cool. All right, what's up? What's going on? What is going on? Show me Capricorn, please. Let's put down that baseline. I'm very curious about you. What's up? We're going to take this further. We're going to keep it where it's at. Like, what's going on? Right now, it's looking flirty, little fun, laughs, basic connectivity. But Knight of Wands, 10 of Cups. Okay, you're feeling frisky. That's true. 10 of Cups. That's interesting. You have some inner circles attached to you, which is good. It's supportive in nature. Let's keep on. Oh, the 4 of Swords. Oh, the Fool. Oh, 2 of Wands. Okay. We haven't crossed that bridge yet. Oh, the World, the Page of Cups, and the Chariot. Okay, it looks like you're not ready to cross the bridge yet, the Rainbow Bridge. It's not an insult, don't take it as one. Tarot lady, don't dictate shit. You do. Tarot's the proof of choice, not the absence of it. Capricorn, honey, it looks like you're doing a warm-up act with somebody, and you haven't really committed to the direction of going there yet. Right now, you seem to be enjoying the energies at their most basic presentation. Some light connectivity via a common cause that once more we would call work or everyday predictable endeavors. Okay. 8 of Pentacles isn't just work, but it often is. I'm saying that when we have reason to connect with this, it feels a little bit more than your average coworker type situation. Okay. And let's say if it's not in work, it's a little bit more than that's just my neighbor type situation. Again, day to day. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, that's more. It gives you a little spike. It gives you a little humph. Maybe, I go to work and I wear that cologne. Maybe I do that. I don't think I've ever done it before. Maybe I should start. Wonder if they're going to be there. That's what that's looking like. And we want to be seen. You like being seen. And they want to see you too. That's there. Knight of Wands, like I said, you're feeling frisky. You got some passion attached to you. You got a little fire pony in there. But 10 of Cups is coming from the background of emotional support structure. So I think many of you are coming from larger families, possibly particularly dependents that are in your life. But you're at that point where you're feeling some fire, and it comes out from time to time. You want to express yourself in a way that's passionate, fun, flirty, interest. And sometimes it moves fast. It does. But for the most part, I do see you coming from a 10 of Cups background. So many of you have a large inner circle, and this is what we would generally refer to as family, friends, and you consider them to be emotional supports. You might have kids, I don't know, but you said that was important to you. Just FYI. The 4 of Swords is between you and this person. I'll get back to that. The Fool, 2 of Wands. Yeah, they're open up towards you. Not by leaps and bounds, but just enough. Just enough that it feels special, flirty, unique. 2 of Wands, this is active conversation with a little bit of waiting in between, but it's largely in the present. So when this person has the opportunity, they open up towards you. They give you a little dialogue. They give you a little something to work with. They give you a little special look. It stokes the fires, you understand? So the Fool, 2 of Wands, yeah. They open up to you here and there. They give you hints, and more than hints. You respond to it with fire. So you got the hint. Like I said, when you go to work, you can't help but wonder if they'll be there, and maybe you should pay a little extra attention to how you're dressing that day. So you're aware of it. Put it this way. You two are giving each other hints. But the 4 of Swords is between you. Now, Four of Swords, an intimate tarot. Many of you have been around. You know what it is. You can say it with me if you feel so inclined, or if you feel silly, don't. But we should know, or if you're new, you're about to be told, is masturbation. Now, masturbation, normal, healthy, everybody should do it. How we know our bodies first is how our lover will know us second, right? So the more we know about ourselves, so much the better. And here, so far, you two have been keeping how you actually express your passion to yourselves. They have their thing at the end of the day. You have your thing at the end of the day. So far, you've been in each other's fantasies, okay? But not the actual exchange of goods, you understand? I can see where you two, again, connect in a 3D in a way that's common, fairly consistent. I'm kind of surprised you didn't show me Six of Pentacles, so this could literally be a work thing. But let's put it this way, to use quotes, neither one of you has gone there. You think about it, the both of you. And of course, my question is, what's the holdup, Capricorn? What we doing? They open up. They make themselves available in some small ways that give you the hint that they're interested. You reciprocate. So far, you two are equal in that respect. You do have a larger sense of attachment on you. So that puts me in mind of dependence. It does. So we can't lose sight of that. And also, it seems like some of you are at work, so we can't lose sight of that either. Ooh, what a predicament. Now, the World, Page of Cups, the Chariot. You've indicated to me you're not open towards an emotional cycle. Again, Tarot Lady don't mean shit. That's just what the cards are. Some of you want a new emotional adventure, maybe just not with this person. Maybe you think it's good for flirtation only. Others of you, you're just not open to new love, full stop. Okay? You still have a sense of priority attached to you that says, I'm not in a place where I can open up to a new adventure in love. Because you still have, there's responsibilities attached to you. I don't know how to define that, but you would know best. You have responsibilities. And perhaps a new journey in love is not where you're at. Because I don't even see you physically exchanging with this person. It's been kept private between your respective selves. You have your process of how you please yourself, so do they. Yeah, they think about you. Of course they do. That's what you two share. And you both have kind of soothed this idea of that there's any pressure to do anything, okay? That doesn't seem to be there. So it could be that you two are just enjoying each other's more lighter, flirtatious energies without taking it seriously. That could be it. Because for you, for your part, I don't see you open for love. You don't seem to be in the business to move forward into love or opening your heart space intentionally that you're aware of, either because of this person, that's just not how you see them. Some fun, some flirtation, cool, but that's where it stops. Or because you yourself personally are not ready to open the cycle of love. And that's okay. Doors close, and that means they also open. It's just your door to love is currently not open. Okay? The Chariot there has a different indication than, say, the Ace of Cups. The Chariot says the willingness to move forward. And knowing you, when you're ready for love, you're going to go full on into the thing. And you're like, I don't have that space right now to rush headlong into something and not look back. Because that's typically how the Capricorn I'm looking at likes to fall in love, is just going headlong first. I understand. I respect that. You're saying you don't have the space for that right now. Okay. But, yeah, we definitely have some, I suppose, an office romance. I mean, I don't know about romance. It's very obvious flirtation. Let's put it that way. It's not subtle. It's really not. You two probably grin like fools in each other's company, but no, so far we're keeping our hands to ourselves, the both of you. I love the dramatic thunder in the background. It lends to the atmosphere. Yes. Any advice, please, for Capricorn? I don't know. You seem to know what it is that you can do right now. And Nine of Pentacles, the Hermit. You want to be on your own. I respect that. You want to be on your own right now. Again, I'm not telling you anything that this Capricorn isn't prepared to hear. So it's either you're reading or it's not you're reading. That's it. That's all there is to it. Nine of Pentacles and the Hermit. You kind of made a dedicated promise that you would be on your own for a while, because it's teaching you to heal and to be patient with yourself and kinder to yourself. And you're saying it's worth it to me to be alone right now. Okay. So some of you took vows of celibacy or just, and this is something I do understand and I completely respect and support. I wish more people went out of their way to understand the benefits of being on their own. Some people are so crushed with this intensity to always be in a relationship, they're never on their own. And so they have no idea who they are as a person, which means they're always rushing into relationship after relationship without understanding how they should be changed or evolved, or what the hell they're bringing to the table, because they're so obsessed with what someone else could be giving them at the table. They're not thinking about what they themselves are putting forward. So in this, I completely understand. And you said, I need to be on my own for a while. So that 10 of Cups that's attached to you, I strongly feel, is like, that's as much love as I need right now, is my inner circle, my support system. But me, myself, personally, I'm good where I'm at. Yeah, the flames escape you from time to time, but nothing serious. Nothing beyond a 3 of Cups. Some very light connectivity that feels good in what looks like a shared environment. Okay? Will you always be like this? No, absolutely not. Is this where you're at now? Yeah. Does it feel right to you? Yeah. Does it feel comfortable? Yeah. Does sometimes it gets lonely? I'm sure. But that's not really the point. You're saying you know who you are at the end of the day. And you like where you're at. You have no qualm with it. You know? Okay, so every now and again you get a shot of adrenaline, a shot of the old passion there. That's okay. That just means your systems are ready to go for when it's time for you to be ready, you know? All right. In terms of your intimacy, it's hard to tell because, well, I know you have those moments of flirtation and you respond to it. And I bet you're very charming when you want to be, and you can put on a good presentation when you want. It's really not speaking to the volumes of your personal intimacy. You associate that more with love, okay? Which is something that you're not really pursuing, like I said. Or rather, you told me. Chemistry, yep. Discovery, awareness of your power, freedom. Okay, you're choosing freedom. You were surprised to discover this chemistry? You were. But again, you had, this is all really syncing up. You had an awareness of the freedom that you chose for yourself and that you would continue to choose yourself at the end of the day. You're very aware of your particular goal or vow that you made to yourself because you said sex is a power and that you want to be careful with it. Okay. Every now and again, you feel the energy. That just means you have normal, healthy sexual energies and or appetites, but that you also understand that sex is a power. Good job. I particularly like your emphasis on the awareness of your freedom principle and that you want to keep yourself as an independent person for now. Okay? Good job. Very good. We have the letters D, J, K. We have the unicorn in reverse. This is a not magical or unique situation. Oof, there's that cool level-headedness I would expect from Capricorn. Music, the music note specifically. Some of you are deeply tied to music, and so too is your sense of feeling. That includes your sexuality. Some of you can get very turned on by music or turned off, it tuned in, any of those things. Music for some of you is a natural conduit for what you feel. I completely understand. And then we have the owl and the upright. You know, you're smart. You know, you're observant. You know what's up. You've kind of figured the situation out and you're rolling it and what it is you don't want from it. Okay? All right, Capricorn, honey. I hope this helped you. Like I said, while this door looks like it's closed for you now, it's because it's by choice. You either resonate with that or you don't. There'll be other doors for you in the future, but I think you know that. I hope this helped. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Scorpio, welcome to your Intimate Tarot reading. We're going to start by clarifying your Ace of Wands. And just get a temperature check, if you will, on your current passions. What's up? Some of that, Scorpio. Sexual energy, please. What's up, Scorpio? Okay. Page of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and the Knights of Cups. Oh, we're talking, and it feels good. It's good. The conversation's flowing. Okay, we're opening up a little bit here. We're being a little vulnerable. I don't know who drops the dime with the Page of Pentacles. It's either you or you're receiving it. I don't know. But you like talking to this person. You get to express yourself, Knights of Cups. It feels soft. It feels, like I said, A little bit vulnerable, maybe a little shy, maybe a little sweet. Page of Pentacles has a way of pulling things back, but it is the realistic indicator that something's happening. So yeah, your passion's in there too. It's perked you up a little bit. It's got your interest. Okay? Page of Pentacles, once more, it's not too much, but the feeling is good. You're interpreting the feeling as being good. It feels soft. Like I said, maybe romantic, but, you know, it made you kind of sit up and pay attention. Oh, what's this? I like talking to this. What's this? It's just a little bit of that. It's nothing too crazy. You show me the Knight of Cups right away, so it puts you into a place of softness. Or you're receiving somebody's softness. Well. I don't know if that's necessarily he said or she said, but I want to say that. That doesn't necessarily mean it fits, but that's definitely what he said, I think. That one could work either way, couldn't it? It is what it is. It's intimate tarot, honey. These things have a way of just writing themselves. Puns, innuendos. It's all in there. It's all in there. It's all good. Okay? What's going on? Let's take a look. What's going on? What is going on? Who you talking to? What we talking about? What's up? Could do without that. 4 of Cups and the 2 of Pentacles. Why? You just showed me that. How can you be this upset? The Devil, the 5 of Cups. Honey, change the tune. It's all I'm going to tell you is change the tune. Queen of Pentacles, the Sun, the 3 of Cups. There you go. Whatever this is, you don't like it. Change the tune. This is very frustrating because you'll show me something like this. I'm opening up, I'm talking, I like what I'm feeling, I like what I'm expressing. And then over here, you'll show me something absolutely devastating. These 2 things don't make sense. Okay, they don't make sense. There's something here that drags you away from engaging in something that actually seems to benefit you. Bare minimum makes you feel good. I don't know what this is, but it looks like you're better off not interacting with it. It makes you miserable. I want you to focus on this and then also the bottom row. This top row is no good. Okay? It's like, oh, look at that. You're talking, you're engaging, and it makes you feel just right, like something nice is happening. And then something here pulls you away from it, and you're participating, you're allowing it to. I would advise you to stop. It looks like it's no good for you. Okay? That's it. 2 of Pentacles and the 4 of Cups. This, whatever this is up here, I don't like their energy at all. So let me just get that out of the way. You don't either. And it plays out in that respect of this makes me feel bad. So stop talking to it. I know sometimes it's easier said than done, but sometimes it really is easier done than said. You don't have to participate in this. It looks like it's unhealthy, and like I said, it makes you feel bad. 4 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles. When you try to give to whatever the hell this is, it makes you miserable. And then you wonder, then you turn around and look at yourself, why do I do this? This makes me miserable. 2 of Pentacles, it's not much for us, but also it's not good for us either. I say that all the time because it's true. The 2 of Pentacles is not our gig. Some people benefit from it, we don't. You're much more likely to benefit from acting on intuition and instinct than to try to make something fit that's not working for you. It's over the 4 of Cups. I know whatever this is, when you give it attention, any sort of time, energy, and effort, you regret it almost instantly. And then you're confused why you do it. Okay. I don't like that. It's emotionally dissatisfying and dysregulating, and it's sexually dissatisfying and dysregulating. So stop giving to it. I don't think you owe it anything. Okay? Even if it's a little bit of a conversation or some attention, it doesn't do you any good, and it's most certainly not doing you any favors. I'm looking at their energy. They're addicted to you. But look, they're addicted to the emotionality you used to represent. The 5 of Cups. So they don't even have the dignity of seeing this connection in present day and how it's affecting you. They're living for the past and the regret and the fallout between you. They're addicted to the emotional breakage. Some people, let me tell you something. I've been doing this a long time. The Five of Cups, let me tell you, it can be oddly seductive. People can get lost to it, and then they wear their pain and disappointment and regret and sadness like it's a badge of honor. It's not. That's someone who's living for the past, therefore they never have a present, never mind a future. So I don't want to go there. But here's the thing. That's why they're still attached to you, and that's why you feel the weight of them dragging you back into the past, because that's all they do. So yes, they are still emotionally imprinted upon you, and possibly sexually too. And it's kind of like saying, hey, Scorpio, remember when? And you're like, yeah. I also remember why I don't like connecting with you, but you're still showing me the willingness to give them something. It's not a lot, but it's enough that you get mad at yourself for giving to this. And I know you both share the Emperor. You both told yourself this little white lie. Like, we're saving face here. I'm brave enough. I'm strong enough. I can handle this. You know, I can keep my energies in check towards Scorpio. That's not true. And you're saying I can handle this. No, you can't. It makes you miserable. The both of you are using the Emperor to save face in some sort of way. A sense of pride, but I'm guessing obligation. You have a past with this person? Okay. You can't undo the past. You can learn from it. And if you learn from it, that means you're not likely to repeat it. So you and this person, by participating, no matter how small, I don't care how small, it drags you both back into an unproductive and unhealthy past. All right? Nothing is healed here. Nothing is gained here. You know that. Because you get upset with yourself for giving it anything at all. Then you say, I can handle it. Why? What is there to handle here? I can deal with it. Why? Why? Why do you choose to handle it? I told this to someone else. If you're in a position of saying I'm dealing with, you've already lost. You don't have a deal on it at all. You don't have a handle on it at all. You don't want to deal with this person, so stop. They just remind you of all the shit that didn't work out in the past. That's not healing. The thing is, you two actually have to be fully separated to appreciate any sort of healing benefits. Because all I can tell is that they're addicted to what they used to feel for you. And just a little hit, just a little taste, it tides them over until they need another one. And then you supply it. So I'm guessing the Emperor here is that sense that you feel some sort of obligation to this. You don't. You have an obligation to yourself, though. Every time you go against your own back, every time you give to this and you don't want to, that's how you're going to end up owing yourself. Okay? I strongly recommend you cut ties with this. Because this is, you're like, this is interesting, this is new. I like talking to this, it feels good. And then you immediately told me what's countering that. I don't know what gets you from line A to a more succinct line B. Perhaps we'll see that on advice. But the Queen of Pentacles, the Sun, the Three of Cups, that's better. Whatever this is over here in your opening actually has your attention and your sexual attention in a positive way. You want to develop it. You want to deepen it. The Queen of Pentacles, you know your body very, very well. You're a very tactile lover. I have no doubt. You like to satisfy the senses, and you like to have your senses satisfied. This is what we can touch, taste, see, hear, etc. You believe sexuality should be a warming experience, a giving experience, and it should be abundant, as indicated by the basket of plenty, or the cornucopia. That it should be warming to two figures, therefore comforting. And that it should be done so in the light of day. In other words, you can show affection with your person whenever, wherever. Okay? Don't take it too far. We still have laws. But you know what I mean. There's nothing to be shy about in that connection. It feels good to openly connect with whoever this is under the sun. There's no hidden benefit. It's just there on the surface where two people can enjoy it. So we're talking about bonding in the 3D. That's healthy. Bonding sexually. That's healthy. And bonding emotionally. And as far as I can tell, baby, that's just getting started. It's over here in your Ace of Wands, and you're legitimately excited for it. And then I see you connecting to it in the 3D. And as you do, it's lovely. It's like taking a bath at the most perfect temperature. That's what it is. I'm a bath person. Showers are nice, but I love a good bath. And it looks like you're enjoying a bath with somebody. And again, it's just getting started. It's lovely, it's light, it's easy, the way it should be. And it has somewhere to build. Otherwise, you wouldn't be showing up to this. Because then if it didn't have anywhere to build, that would be anti-self-worth, yeah? This is a giant vacuum of anti-self-worth. I really want you to go back and reassess this sense of obligation. I know you think you're helping it, but what you're really doing is avoiding what you know you should do. Okay? Because it's not improving. In order for this to heal, you'd have to give it space to heal, and you don't. It gets the occasional reassurance from you that its energy is still welcome or still attractive. It's comforted for a little bit, and then it comes swinging back like a hungry gremlin. You know? I'm not saying you're giving it sex. I'm saying you're giving it something, some sort of time, energy, and effort, and you always wish you could take those moments back, even if it was minutes spent on a text. And then you're telling yourself it's just a text. And it helps them feel better. And, you know, doesn't necessarily make me feel better, but I also feel obligated to it. Reassess that obligation. I'm just tarot lady. I can't tell you shit, honey. Tarot doesn't dictate action, you do. Tarot's a proof choice, not the absence of it. I'm seeing a Scorpio choose to deliberately keep something going because they feel like they have to. And why do you feel so bad about it? The energy is gross and it's sad. And it's more in love with the past than it is with you. So... there. Okay. I want you to concentrate on this. And it'll be so much easier to do so in the absence of that vacuum. Okay? Okay. Oh, beautiful. The stars, the Emperor, and the Eight of Cups. You know, if this is not your vision, you need to walk away from it. Okay? That's it. Use the Emperor positive, not the Emperor negative. I have to clarify that all the time. There's some cards that automatically get all the buku and credit, like Strength. They automatically get good credit. Chariot does, right? And the Emperor, too. All cards, all energies, all peoples have strengths and weaknesses, pros and cons. You honestly believe you showing this any sort of time, energy, and effort, even though it hurts you and it makes you feel bad about yourself, is you being protective or obligated to this. And you're doing your end of the bargain or whatever. That's Emperor negative. That's a sense of pride and not feeling comfortable with empowerment. Not in this respect, not to this situation. Are you always like that? Probably not. With this person, you are. Okay? So you got to ask yourself, is that what you envision empowerment to be? Eight of Cups is better represented here. And that you showing empowerment and walking away from this. It's not your vision. It's not your destiny. It's not your dream. It's not your wish. Okay? It's so in love in the past. Let it stay there. It seeks out a lot of reassurances from you. I'm sure in ways both big and small. But I want you to focus on this. It's beautiful. And as far as I can tell, that particular, it just seems to have started. And it's sweet. It's sensitive. Conquest, sign of Aries here, a sense of conquest. Yeah, it wants to know that this still has you in some way. Like I said, it's more in love with the past and the idea of what they had with you than actually having a future with you. You don't want to give to it anymore. They sense that. So their sense of sadness and cleanness comes back to you. Oh, chemistry, 3. I know, and I see you developing new chemistry with someone else. This person has that ego sense of conquest. I need to know that I have some sort of victory, even if it's small. It's sad. Okay. Let's try not to give into that anymore. Or like I said, strongly reassess that. I want you to focus on your new chemistry, honey. Numbers 3 and 1. Redirect your thoughts. Boundaries. Exactly. Yeah. Redirect your thoughts and define boundaries with this. And I would just say officially walk away from it. Stop giving it attention, even at the micro level. It feeds off that. They've got work to do, honey. It has nothing to do with you. So use empowerment for you. We have the letters A, R, E, P, F, Z, and then the snowflake, our sign of winter, transformation, and then winter, whenever that is for you. Okay? For those folks in the Northern Hemisphere, that is now. For others of you, it's just later. But there you go. Okay, Scorpio, honey, I do hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Pisces, welcome to your intimate tarot reading. What's going on with Pisces? We're going to start by checking the Ace of Wands and just see where your current energies or passions are. Show me Pisces and that sexual energy, please. What's up for Pisces? Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, okay, Three Cups. You're connecting to something, but it's not the most thrilling thing. It's not. It's kind of slow growing, and it's not always available. You're not always available to it, or it's not always available to you. There's some sort of barrier in place that really prevents this from growing at a better rate, a healthier rate, something. And Three Cups, there's something there. You know, you feel it a little bit. It attracts you a little bit sexually, and it attracts you a little bit emotionally, but you have a lot of restricted access to this. And it's been like that for a while with the Seven of Pentacles, you know? And people keep showing me the Seven of Wands. I'm getting really tired of it. I'm all for boundaries, but not to the point that it's impeding. When people confuse boundaries with walls, it's defeating. I don't know. You don't seem to be very happy with the structure or the pace of this. I don't know. The frequency. The frequency is not where you want it. It's very slow. And then there seems to be a lot of walls between you, and when you can connect to it, it has a lot of restrictions on it. It's not very fun. It's not very fluid. It's all right to have a Three of Cups. That's fine, just so long as you're happy with it. What's up? There it is again. Three of Cups, the Hanged Man. I know, there's a lot of period of hanging back. There's that Seven of Wands again. Page of Wands, the Two of Wands. Gosh, that's a lot of space in between. So much space. Ace of Swords, Page of Swords, the Ace of Wands. Yeah. Yeah, I don't blame you for thinking that. What you'll do, that's up to you. I'm just saying I don't blame you for your thoughts. It seemed to me kind of a rational conclusion. Yeah, Three of Cups, the Hanged Man. Like I said, there's some connectivity here, emotionally and sexually. And it's nice, it's pleasant, but it requires a lot of hanging back. A lot of it. And you've had a lot of time to think about this. Too much time, if you ask me, with the Hanged Man there. That's a little too much time to hang back and think about your Three of Cups, and it seems to have a top-out effect. It's plateau, and also amplifying the growth doesn't seem to be an option in this. And I don't know why. Perhaps distance separates you two. Okay, fine. I'm not saying it that way, but you yourself recognize the limited growth potential of it. And when it does have an opportunity to connect, it's spaced far apart. So there's not a lot to build on here in the 3D emotionality or the sexuality. And that's a problem. It kind of depends on what you're trying to achieve in this relationship. And I feel like you two have lost sight of what it is you're both trying to achieve. Someone's very protective of their pathway, their space, their time, energy, and effort to the point that it's very limiting. It's very restrictive. And to be honest, I don't think it's you. I think you're on the receiving end of, I would like to connect with this, but I never really get to in the way I want to or the frequency that I want to, and it's frustrating. It's very frustrating. Like I said, you've had a lot of time to think about this. Seven of Wands, there it is again. Again, this is not coming across as boundaries, which is a good thing and a healthy thing. This is coming across as imposed walls to intentionally slow things down or not give too much to it, because someone over here says they like things just the way they are, and it's not a lot. Page of Wands, Two of Wands, that's a little bit of interest, that's a little bit of flirtation, that's a little bit of communication. It's nothing crazy, and that's perfectly acceptable when things are literally just connecting for the first time. That's perfectly fine. A page of wands and two, that's literally when you just first meet someone. You don't really know what to say, but you're nervous and you kind of get a little excited, but that's it. Except extrapolate that energy over Seven of Pentacles, and I can kind of see why you keep thinking about the lack of growth here. Because their energy hasn't developed much into this. Now, if you knew this was a limited experience, let's say you knew this person wasn't more than, say, good for a flirt. Or good for another F word. But I don't want to say it, it would be too crass. Then why do you continue to opt into it knowing you're going to be disappointed by it? You said this is capped. I see the wall every damn day. I think about it every damn day. Then why do you choose to participate in it? Okay, because I don't see much more coming from them. So if this person's flirting back with you and you've been trying to coax them out, hey, do you want to go out sometime, make it legit? And they're like, oh, no, defer. You have an answer, honey. Or if this is where it really is just limited to a sexual experience and you want more and you're aching for more and you're frustrated, you know what to expect from this by now. So I don't quite know why I'm saying this, except where your mind ends up. Like I said, it's a perfectly sound conclusion. And that's something you arrived to. I'm not telling you that you arrived to this. You're telling me you arrived to this. And that's if you identify with this reading. Ace of Swords, Page of Swords, Ace of Wands. You're going to start thinking realistically about a brand new beginning. You have ample evidence and room to do so. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't think this person's trying to keep you. I don't think they're trying to develop things further with you. And if you're dropping hints to this person, they've taken the hints. And they're not going for it. Okay, so I don't quite know. And I'm not trying to be mean to you. I want you to manage your expectations to something that actually shows you the same level of interest. That's all. Okay? You're like, dang it, they keep blocking me or they keep friend zoning me. Then you have an answer. It's just not the one you wanted. Now, real talk. If you're in a sexual relationship with this person and that's where it ends, is the bedroom or the couch, then you know. You know. And I don't want you to hurt yourself by continuing to connect with this, hoping it will develop into something more. Because that's a one-way trap to misery, honey. Don't do that to yourself. I'm sure that when they're flirty, and when they're charming, they're charming. It's kind of hard to tell. It's so small. And then there's so many walls up between you're receiving the effort and what they give you. I just know it ain't changed. So yeah, I think you're worth more than this, and I don't blame you at all for your mind turning towards new. Call me crazy. I don't think they're going to put up much of a fuss if you do. It doesn't look protective. It doesn't look, and by protective, I mean the kind of healthy sort of possessive, like this is mine and I'm going to do everything to protect it and keep it. I don't see that. I really don't see that. So yeah, be mindful of what you've been experiencing with this. Like I said, you've had a lot of time to consider it already. And if you want new, Ace of Wands, in other words, you want more, and it looks like you do, then go after more, you know? You ever been in one of those situations where they don't seem to want much, so let them go have their not much with someone else, okay? Let them find someone else to Page of Wands with all day, you know? You want more, so go get more. Hold yourself responsible for that. That's all. It doesn't look like you owe it anything. You don't have any obligations toward this. And I want your good energies to go to somewhere good, where they're grown and reciprocated and developed. And it means something to you. And you can bond to it and love it and F it all you want, you know? And yeah, I said that. I want that because that's what you want, you know? So go after it. Hold yourself responsible. Honestly, honey, it doesn't look like you owe them anything. Honestly. Page of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Yeah, you're lining up for aces. I just don't know that you know that yet. Okay. Sorry, I have a job to do, and at some point I got to stop using the baby language and just force things along. You're lining yourself up for aces. It's a background noise for you right now in terms of taking it seriously, but you know you're going to want to go after new at some point. Your mind's already kind of acclimating to that. Your sex is lining up to it, and now your heart space is as well. You know you want more. You want better, and you want a higher return on investment. Okay. Let's start with somebody who actually wants to invest, because I'm not getting that vibe from this person. Okay. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, you're lining up for new aces, honey. This is a good thing. This is a good thing. Okay, don't see this as a threat. There's not much to miss. Okay. Oh, come on now. Okay. You deserve love. And you deserve someone more to the point who makes the effort. They're not making the effort. Okay, fine. That's on them, but I need you to accept it. That's on you. So go after someone who will make the effort. Yeah, you deserve love. Some of you might have some very strong or interesting Sag in your chart. Okay. Fidelity calling back. Okay. Some of you feel bound to this. You cared for it, perhaps more on your side. Okay. When they call, you have, or text or whatever it is, you have a tendency to show them loyalty. Again, I literally said a couple of times, it looks like you don't owe them anything. And I can tell that by how little they put into you. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be cruel. It's just you're showing me more of your emotional loyalty. Okay, so when they have a call, you know what you're reminding me of? Rod Stewart's I Can't Tell You No. I know that's an old song. But every now and again they give the indication they want to talk to you or that they need you for something, and you have a way of turning back around and giving them that attention. But then after that it ceases. I just don't see you owing them anything. You know, other than feeling like an obligation, you need to be there. I don't think it's returned to you. 18 and 4. So don't be surprised when you move on. Frankly, when you say move on, I'm not even seeing you hold that conversation with this person. Okay. So let's say they haven't heard from you. Pisces hasn't come sniffing around, asking me if I need anything. It's been a month or 6 weeks or so. Just, know it's going to happen. And you don't have to return that message. You don't have to return that text. You don't have to. Okay? I didn't see a commitment here. I see something that wouldn't take off, but you've known each other a long time. Okay, REITX. We have the medallion of Libra. You might have some very strong Libra in your chart. Could be connecting to. The season might be important. To spatula. Some of you like to cook. It is your profession. It is your hobby, or simply a confirmation of what you're doing right now. And then we have the rose in reverse. This is not speaking to empowerment. Okay, the Empress. It's not the Venus here. It's not love. It's not idealism. It's not beauty. And it's not sex. It does not unfold. It does not grow. Yeah. All right, Pisces, honey, I do hope this helped you. I see this as a positive when you understand, I have the opportunity for new. That's awesome. One day you'll be hit with that knowledge and the feeling and the energy, and then you'll know. And it's going to be great. It's going to be freeing. You release yourself from that, okay? I hope this helped. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Cancer, welcome to your intimate tarot reading. We're going to start by clarifying your Ace of Wands, yeah? Just getting a feel for where your current sexual energies are. Show me that Cancerian sexual energy, please. Show me Cancer. Oh, okay. Queen of Wands. We're all fired up. Justice. All right. King of Cups. Hey. Something is feeling incredibly emotionally and sexually balanced between you and someone else. I'm not saying it's perfect, but it's nice. The temperature feels really good. I like it. But someone here is very attractive, very bright, very vivacious, bit of a charmer there, or just very, very passionate, maybe a bit of a looker. Then we have Justice here, a sense of divine balance between you and someone else. And then we have, the King of Cups here. So that ain't bad. We are turned on in the heart and we're turned on in the loins. So that's a good combination. But the bonus, hey, it's balanced. Or you're working on the balance between you and somebody else, okay? And it feels very alive and very on point. It feels very fresh. I have two people here who are really putting good energies into this. The more they balance it, the more they themselves feel balanced emotionally and sexually. So that's beautiful. That is gorgeous. Let's put down that baseline once more. We're not looking for perfection here, but we are looking for sense of self with ourselves and with someone else, okay? I like this. Somebody just has a way of turning someone else on. And the other person is loving it. Full heart there. Full heart. King of Cups. Beautiful. Open to receive. Open to give. It's all good, baby. All right, what's up? Queen of Cups. Lovely. Knight of Cups. Oh, beautiful. Oh, King of Cups. There they are again. Four of Swords and Strength. Oh, wow. Page of Cups, Six of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. So much love. So much love and heart space and vulnerability and expression. Oh, my gosh. You guys are very romantical. A lot of romance. A lot of vulnerability. A lot of open heart. I'm assuming you here, Queen of Cups, the Knight of Cups. It just straight up, you shoot from the hip. But from the heart. You shoot from the heart. What you feel is what you say. What you say is what you feel. That's it. There's not much to cross that, which is great. I love it when people don't contradict themselves. It's like, I'm a big feeler. You know, whatever. But when you love hard, you know, and you're not shy with your words. And I love that. I love that for you. I wish you think that's a given with water signs. It really isn't. But I tell you what, you're a straight shooter, honey. When you're feeling vulnerable, you say something. Vulnerable as in positive emotion. I just want you to know, I think the world of you. And then there's vulnerable, difficult emotion. I've been feeling down a little bit. Okay? Either way, it's vulnerability. You don't seem to have a problem with it. Like I said, what you say is what you feel, and so on and so forth. King of Cups, not just you. This person is again King of Cups. Just water everywhere. Oh my gosh, you two stay hydrated. Big feeler, the both of you. Now, the King of Cups has a tendency to be a little bit more quiet, but still very much a strong feeler where it counts. You both access your intuitive selves in your emotionality as well as in your sexuality. So you really, the two of you two know how to respect each other's heart space and also, therefore, each other in bed. Let's talk about that. Four Swords and Strength. Somebody has a tendency to offshore their sexual energy to private time. That's fine. And that's all that's telling me is that someone might have a higher frequency in their sexual needs. Not to the point that it's disturbing or disruptive, but because this person knows themselves. So all that means to me is that you two love each other like crazy. You both love each other from the heart. Somebody here very distinctly drives the other person absolutely wild. Like, that just turns them on all the time. And that's not a bad thing. That tells me someone has a higher sex drive, but still attached to the heart space. I know the difference between a higher sex drive with no heart, okay, just full on, that's all they're interested in is sex, and someone who has a higher sex drive and full heart. That's what I'm seeing here. You both have large heart spaces. Did I make that clear? But one of you has a higher sex drive. And so here I see the offshore. I got a lot of energy here, so private time, Four Swords. Four Swords classically means, you know, masturbation. But it's from a good place. This person knows themselves. It looks like they try not to badger the other person too often. They just know they're just another person. They know their person. And they know themselves, which is the point of sexual energy. Know yourself. Okay, how you relate to it and how your partner may or may not relate to it. So all that's telling me is someone takes their extra sexual energy and they take care of it themselves. And they have no qualm about that, nor should they. So you two love and respect each other, so I'm not really telling you anything that you or your person doesn't already know. You're like, yeah, that's them. I know, I buy the tissues, honey. Whatever. Come on. It is what it is. And that's what I'm saying. You two are very accepting of each other. It's because you love each other all the way, in and out. You know? So this fact that someone has a higher sex drive is not a surprise to the other person. In fact, it's probably strongly encouraged. You know? But yeah, it's highly balanced. I love it. You two love each other. Your sex is still very exclusionary. It's just between the two of you. Beautiful. Page of Cups, Six of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. You two have a whole way of life. You've known each other a long time. You've known each other forever and a day. Soul bonded, the two of you are. Beautiful. Congratulations in that respect of you have really taken the time to develop a quality of feeling and emotionality and a particular language between you and this person that's largely unspoken. It's mostly just felt. So again, the uniqueness is present, and you two honor that in each other. And it's one of the reasons why you two are so successful. You have built a whole world and/or foundation around your love and respect of each other. The only difference between the two of you is one of you has a little excess of sexual energy. That's all. And like I said, it's still kept within the realm of the relationship. You two love each other. It's crazy. You two built on trust and stability and foundation. Good, open-hearted, emotional practices. It's lovely. It's absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, I mean, this is fantastic. You two are so well balanced against each other, and that was developed over time. Love, appreciation, and trust. It's gorgeous. But I will say one person here is associated with, I suppose, devastatingly good looks. They have a very attractive personality, if anything else. And the other person, they got a higher sex drive. That's all. You know? But it's all love. It's all love. It's beautiful. Okay. Oh, 19. Leaving. What does that mean? Oh, calling back. Oh, that's sweet. Oh, it's always hard when you guys have to part ways. It could be for a reason, who knows, of work or travel. It's always hard to separate, but they always come back. So you do have a solid foundation where you're very practiced at this. Whenever there's a sense of leaving, we both know when and where how to call back. So sometimes you two are temporarily separated fairly frequently if I'm seeing this. Yeah. You're also used to it, love and respect and trust throughout. 19 leaving and then 18 calling back. Yeah. Okay. So somebody might have to be away often or fairly regularly, you know. And you two miss each other. Yeah. Getting to know each other. Aw. You got to know each other a long time ago. Not sure where I was. Oh, you don't take each other for granted? Okay. Expressing your love. You don't take each other for granted. There's always something new to discover about the other person. It's how you keep this fresh and loving. I agree. It's beautiful, actually. We always express our love to this. And in that way, you two always kind of get to know each other again and again and again. You always get to rediscover each other. And again, not assume everything's cool with the other person. We always check in. How are you doing? What's going on with you? Again, you know, you can still, I don't care how long you two have been together, you can still feel like you're getting to know that person, which is good. Which is good. That means you both recognize how you change and evolve over time, which is beautiful. That's where a lot of people screw up, you know. They fail to recognize how the other person has changed. JW, we have the medallion of Cancer. That's you. In the reverse, the keyword here being imaginative. I'm sure you are. And then we have the infinity loop, once more the soul bond connection, and this is a healthy one. It gives back. So this is a healthy feedback loop. It feeds equally. What you put out is what you get back. So that's the infinity loop, and that's what you two very much do for each other. So congratulations, that's beautiful. The emphasis here really wasn't on the sexual energy, just rather how strong the sexual energy is because of how much you two love each other. And how that has managed to lead you both into such a solid existence. So beautiful. Once more, congratulations to you both. I hope this helped. Not that you need it. You two got it down. Well done. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well.